All right, I think that's probably close enough that we can actually get started. So here we are. Yeah, welcome back everybody to Mad Lads Live. It's been some time. Do let me know how my audio sounds. I switched over from NVIDIA to OBS between the last stream and this one, so my audio might need to be adjusted a little bit. Just let me know if I'm loud enough, if I'm too loud, all that stuff. But yeah, welcome back to Mad Lads Live. It's been too long, actually. It's been it's been like way too long. I meant to jump back into streaming a lot sooner, but life and whatnot. So here we are. But we're back, and we're revisiting the small boys from Gurzumi Keep. I went back and rewatched some of the other streams so I could remember exactly where we were at, what we were doing, and all of that jive. Based on everything I remember, we were in the middle of building the actual keep itself. This area right here is our current industrial area. And this is going to be eventually dismantled and rebuilt to be much nicer. It was originally, like a lot. It was like it made do. It wasn't anything particularly fancy. It was just there to make do, and it did. It made do very well. So now we are expanding out. We're starting to build some of the other buildings. We have our agricultural district here in the front, and we have the main keep here in the back. And then some of our boys are, doing their things here. So I don't particularly remember what my original goal here was at this point. It's been quite some time, so we're going to kind of lean from here. I do remember the end game was to take out the Shek Kingdom, because the Darks, the Shek were basically the equivalent of the Darkspawn, and I was basing this particular Dwarven Empire off of the Dwarves from Dragon Age Origins. So that's kind of where we're at with that. But first things first, we need to get our boys some food, because just flipping around, they are all on the cusp of starving. So we need some food, and we need some food ASAP. Yeah. There used to be a bunch of crabs around here, but I don't see any crabs really, which is most unfortunate. So we may end up having to take things to an alternative meme here. We may have to do things alternatively. Did Lord Stream has a weapon? He does. He has a maul. All right, but I think he's stuck. No, he's trying to perform his duties as an engineer, and he's stuck. Why is nobody moving? And he's also stuck. Why is everybody stuck? Wait, Faye. Okay. Open these doors. And you're not stuck. I need you to go pick up this lad right here. How's everybody doing? It's it's been a while since we've had a chance to actually sit here and talk. Again, it's been too long. So, how's everybody been doing? How are things? Let's see if I can get back here and pick him up. Come on. Oh my god, he is truly stuck. There we go. Alright, we'll get him out of there. That's first and foremost. Put him down. I'm good. Things are in a weird spot. Alarm raised. Hello. Oh, right. I have Pins here, who is on the other side of the map and enslaved. Right. Did Pins try to break out? Was Pins not being a good slave? Clearly not. We're going to have to go free her at some point. Her? Him? Where's Pins? I have no idea. We're going to have to go free Pins at some point. Good to know. Yeah, things are okay. I would be on camera. As you guys may notice, I'm not currently on camera. I'm usually on camera. I am not at this current moment. We're in the process of packing up our house to try and move. I know I posted on it on my community page about it a couple days ago. So effectively, my office has become the catch-all for all of our packages, boxes, and bags. And so I'm living in a downright goon cave. I look like I'm living in Asmongold's house right now. So. Not great, except less beef jerky and all that jive. Yeah, we'll do a recap. The Rise of the Dwarves. It was originally a series that I did as a form of like Let's Play, summarized Let's Play series back early on in the channel. I ended up stopping it because the save file got corrupted, and I wanted to bring it back up as a stream. So here we are, streaming it once again. In this time, we started out with one dwarf, and now we have gone through and we've recruited a bunch of dwarves. You know, we've made our way over to the Fishman Isles. We had several epic showdowns with the Fishmen. That was a multi-part saga where we were trying to set up a base and fight off the Fishmen. We did suffer casualties. That's true. I am not the Roach Lord. That's the one big difference between me and Asmongold, is that I am not the Roach Lord. We did, however, unfortunately lose a dwarf by the name of Garzumi, who we did bury up at the top of the hill here. Unfortunately, I forgot to grab his body, and by forgot, I mean it was eaten by the fishmen. I forgot to grab his body, so I couldn't put it in here, so it's not labeled as Garzumi's burial site on the map, because I have a mod that lets me add burial sites. It doesn't add his to the map because I didn't add the corpse in there, but we did lose Garzumi. We did lose another dwarf whose name I forgot, but they were lost to time. Yeah, really sad stuff, but, you know, casualties of war. Hello. We're being attacked. What are we being attacked by? Crabs! That is both awesome and terrible. Because we need food. Alright, yeah, so all of our boys have gone down. Cat's missing an arm. Oh yeah, I'm remembering how dire things were when we left off. Alright, so our golems right now are fighting off the crabs. Again, not great in terms of, like, everyone's health. Everyone's in rough shape. Do you have a first aid kit on you? Please tell me you have a first aid kit on you. Who has first aid? Who is in charge of first aid here? Flick's in charge of first aid. Yeah, everybody needs to start doing medic right now. Griffin's got some. Griffin needs to start administering first aid to Dune. Yeah, no roaches though. I'm not quite that close to Asmongold, but you know, my office is again, it's just a giant catch-all right now. Rusty Shackleford over here, dude. You need to heal yourself. Your leg is about to burn. Come on. Rusty, heal yourself. You have a first aid kit, right? Yeah, heal yourself. Come on, what are you doing, man? Alright. Do I have anybody assigned to getting food? Hauling the food, foraging animals? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Okay, so this is good. This is a good sign, because once these guys are done, we will have a steady supply of meat. Do I have food storage? I am so behind on what we have going on. We do have some farms happening, and we are doing farming. The problem is that right now we're waiting for the food to grow, and we only have one guy who's on harvest duty, and that is Sand. So we're kind of in a mixed spot right now where I'm trying to farm, but I have to feed them in the interim until we can make like some bread or something. We also have to build a lot of that stuff as well, so kind of a mixed spot right now. I am remembering what we had set up in terms of base locations. In here is, well, you know, let's just do a round. Let's see what we got. Food storage. Okay, so food is in here. We have a lot of wheat straw. Wow, we've actually been doing a great job in here. All right, so we need to set up a spot for cooking this wheat straw out. So I'm thinking we'll probably end up doing the cooking. What's in the stack house? I don't know what the intention was, but I think we may end up separating out and doing. What's in here? This is biofuel distillery. Okay, so that's going to be power. I don't think we have a location set up for cooking yet. In here is beds, question mark? No. Materials. Wow, I am so far behind on what we have going on here. Research den is in here. Oh yeah, and then we have some equipment. Some machine arms. It's all right. Okay, all right. Do we have anybody that needs limbs? If I recall, left arm. Do we have a left arm? No, we have a right arm. We have two right arms. Oh yeah, we stole these, I'm pretty sure. Off of we stole these, and they were not useful because of that. Ah, man, the joys of being so far behind. All right, so stream. Vashu's probably our best bet for getting the stuff set up. All right, let's put up a building that we can use as a communal cookhouse. Let's see what we got here. L buildings or saloon. No, we're gonna stick with the concrete tile sets. Do I have a Y house? What type of buildings do I have so far? I do. Maybe I'll use a Y house. I almost never use a Y house for anything, and I feel like it's a missed opportunity because this is one of those buildings that I always want to use, and I can literally almost never find an actual use for it, which is annoying. Even in my build videos, I always want to use it, and I just never do. But I think what we're going to do, because I want there to be a lot of buildings in this particular like region, because like out here is the architectural district. So this is where obviously all of the growing happens, hence all the farms. Come in here, residential, industrial, and then the inner keep. So I think we're gonna slap this down and we're gonna start getting to work on that building right here. We also have a couple of other things. In the interim, we should be able to harvest enough crabs to where that's not as much of an issue anymore. I do need to lock these walls in better because... oh, shit. I remember what the issue is. Okay. I think early on we may, and this is a big maybe, we may end up allying with the Holy Nation initially, only because I'm primarily running, I'm running humans and I'm making them dwarves, and the cool part about the Ironsides mod is that these guys, even though they are technically robots, in the game files they're counted as animals, so I don't have to worry about them being attacked or like the Holy Nation getting pissy about us having them. So I may end up allying with the Holy Nation initially just for assistance in taking out the Shek Kingdom. I will not be siding with the United Cities, and obviously, like I said before, the inspiration for this was the dwarves from Dragon Age Origins. So the Shek are acting as our quote dark spawn. So we're going to run from that. I do have this small little hole open here, and I don't think I can close it quite yet. Eventually, I'm going to re-encapsulate this in the storm fence, but I can't really do much of anything with that right now. Do we have more beds made? Is that what this is in this keep? Do I have beds up here? I do. I have 2 beds. I was able to make 2 beds. All right. Well, Nines, how are you? He is almost healed, so I'm actually going to have Nines get up. Oh, no, he's unconscious. Never mind. He ain't getting nowhere. Oh, my God. Scratch is dead. Did I miss the message? Oh, my God. I missed the message. He bled out. No. Okay. Well, we're back. And we've already lost a dwarf. That is most unfortunate. All right. Well, I guess he's going to go into one of these tombs that I set up that I never ended up using. Yeah. All right. Let's get him up here. He should be carrying... Yeah, he should be carrying Scratch. Does he have anything useful? That's the other question. No. He was one of my lower levels. Most unfortunate. We're already down a dwarf, and I just jumped back in. Yeah, so my screaming schedule is going to be much different here soon. How do I do this again? There's a way to put these guys into these burial sites. I'm trying to remember what it was. How did you do it? There was a way to do it. I'm trying to remember what it was. Alright, here's what I'll do then. I'll put his sword in there because I don't know how to get the body in there. James, how you doing? Welcome. James here was the original Mad Lad. This was the first channel member I ever got. It's good to see you, buddy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, stream schedule. I'm gonna be streaming a lot more coming up, like a lot more. I plan on streaming several days a week now. I have a lot more, time, a lot more ability to do so, and I also have a lot more drive to do so. I was, having some issues before, but we're all good now. and I want to start streaming consistently several times a week. So, and it's not always just gonna be Kenshi. I want to be playing, a bunch of stuff, but I'd like to interact with you guys a lot more, and play games with you guys a lot more. As for small groups, I am not certain what groups I'm going to form an alliance with yet. I haven't quite decided. I may end up siding with the, what is it, the anti-slavers, but I'm not certain yet. I have like personal gripes with Tin Fist, so dude, I will happily stream Helldivers, absolutely. I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming Helldivers. I'm going to be playing Going Medieval for sure. I recently picked up and started playing Ghost of Tsushima again, so I may start a new campaign and play that with you guys. But I want to get better at interacting with the community again. I was doing really good for a while, and then I had to bail out for other stuff. So I want to get better at doing that again. But we're getting there. It's all baby steps. But I'm going to be streaming quite a bit more. So hopefully that continues to go well. I need Nines to wake up so he can go get some damn food. I will... So, all right, so I will not be playing Star Citizen for a couple of reasons. One, the game... I have issues with Star Citizen. It's nothing particularly egregious where I'm like, it's a bad game. I think that it is a very poorly optimized game. It is way too CPU heavy for my current hardware, admittedly. My GPU runs at 30% when I'm playing it, and my CPU runs at a solid 90 to 99. I dip between 50 frames in space, 50, 60 frames in space, which is fine. And then I get on any planet, any station, and suddenly I'm down to like between 14 and 30 frames. It's really difficult. I do have a lot of friends that play it. Actually, one of the mods on the server, in chat here, Stream SG, named after what was it? Lord Stream here is named after him. He's my moderator. He does stream Star Citizen. He streams it basically weekly on Twitch. I do recommend checking that out. Stream SG, I would absolutely check that out. But I have a hard time with Star Citizen. If the performance was better, I may actually play it. The other thing that I have an issue with is just the egregious pricing on it. I can't. I don't know, something about spending $2,000-$3,000 on a game for like a couple of ships is tough for me. I know that like it's worded in such a way where it's like it's you're pledging to the development, but like you're giving them money and they're giving you a ship. Like it's semantics. You're giving the money, they're giving you a ship, and that ship costs you $1,000. It's just egregious to me. I know why they do it, but also the game's been in beta for so long. I doubt it's ever going to leave beta. They say they're going to get rid of the over monetization on it, but I just don't foresee that happening, especially since they just announced they had a record profit year. They already matched the number of the profit that they made last year, and they still have all of December. It's tough. I do love strategy games. I play a lot of strategy games. And sorry, backtrack for a second. Yes, it's true. You don't have to spend that much money on Star Citizen. It is, effectively free to play once you buy your way. Like you buy your way in, and then it's free. But with the regular persistent universe resets, it's basically grind heavy, grind, get something, enjoy it for a little while until the universe resets, and then you lose it. So, and then you have to do it again, which is tough. Anyway, I do plan on playing some strategy games on here for sure. I haven't quite decided which ones. I may end up playing the Total War series on here. I play a lot of Total Warhammer 3. I have a couple of buddies that play Total Warhammer 3. May end up playing that. They're also... I'm a little pissed off at Creative Assembly. They blue-balled me hard today. They're supposed to announce what their new title was going to be. And they not only did they not announce a new title, they announced Medieval 3. They announced the next DLC for Total Warhammer 3, and then they were like, and the new game that we're going to announce, you're going to have to wait until December 11th. So we got to wait a whole other week for that announcement, which really irked me because it's allegedly supposed to either be 40K, Total Warhammer 40K, which would be fire, Total Warhammer Star Wars, which would be fire, or Total Warhammer Lord of the Rings, which would be fire. Any of those three things I'd be down with, but we'll see. But, here we are. Yeah, no, James, I definitely recommend checking out my buddy's stream. Like I said, he does every week. He's got a very, very active org, couple dozen members. They are very, very active. I jump in their Discord and talk with them all the time. You'll hear me hop into his streams all of the time. Wholeheartedly, if you're really into Star Citizen, he's probably the way to go. Tell him I sent you. I'll have to check out Armello. I don't think I've ever looked at it. Ooh, all right. We're going to have all of you guys. We're going to have our golems head out here and meet these crabs head on. And then I'm going to have you guys get your bungs over here. We're going to lock this up, actually. I don't need anybody attacking. Nope. They're going to run right through. Hopefully these guys can kill them before it becomes an issue. Yeah, so kill the crabs off. Fantastic. Love the golems. And then we can go from there. These golems are basically the only thing keeping us alive right now. If anybody remembers the fantastic little combat scenario we had against the fishmen, those golems, these golems here, saved our absolute bacon. I am not going to get any more than these three. I think that anything more than that, these three are already probably too many. But in the long term, they will not matter too much when you're going up against like the entirety of the Shet Kingdom and all that stuff. So in the late game, it won't matter too much, but they are definitely kind of busted in terms of defense. So I'm going from there. Yeah, no, I'll definitely take a look at it. I've got a couple of people that have, indie developers that have messaged me in the last couple of days that want me to try their games out and play them on stream. There's a couple that are Kenshi-like that people have asked me to try out and try on stream. So I'm thinking about also doing that and doing some like stream testing for some indie games, because you guys, I feel at this point it's pretty well known that I'm heavily preferential towards indie games. I have a kind of a grudge against AAA developers at this point, especially just given the way the last couple of years have gone. I have to move this fence so it's in place better. I need it to face the wall, be against the wall. A little bit of live build tampering you guys can enjoy. And then I'll have to reload. And hopefully the game doesn't crash, because it does that sometimes, especially on a save that's this old. I wholeheartedly agree. Indie games are definitely some of the best games these days. Let's save that so that wall becomes persistent. Indie games are definitely some of the best games these days. I have a huge issue with a lot of AAA companies. I just am repeatedly being let down by them. I think most recently Bethesda again. So, it's a whole thing. Nintendo, Bethesda, Sucker Punch. I mean, even like I love Ghost of Tsushima, fantastic game. Ghost of Yotei, it improved on a lot of the graphics. The writing is just terrible. I mean, not the graphics, gameplay wise, they did massive improvements. Writing terrible, which was unfortunate. Bethesda completely mucked up Fallout. They had one job, which was to do an anniversary to celebrate their, one of their most popular titles. They dropped an update that is not only subpar, it broke their 10-year-old game, and then before even fixing the game-breaking bugs that they introduced into the game that made it functionally unplayable for too many people, they proceeded to spend the majority of their time initially fixing their cash shop that nobody even wanted in the first place, and making that functional before addressing any of the actual things that have gone wrong with the game. And then to top it all off, the Anniversary Edition, especially compared to Skyrim Anniversary, was completely subpar. Most of the creations in it, they said 150 creations, like 110 of them were just reskins for your Pip-Boy, your Pip-Boy and your power armor. Like, it was just crap. It was really crap. All the best creations they still made you have to pay for, which was super frustrating. And again, the game is still functionally broken, like almost a month later. It was just a disaster. Poor handling, and this has been, a repeated thing. I have a whole gripe with AAA companies recently that are just detached from what their fan base wants. It's all about money. and it didn't used to be that way. But I'm not going to go on that whole tirade, unless, of course, everybody wanted me to. I'd be happy to do it. But it's all about money. It's all about access and journalism and money and crap. And I hate it. I hate it so much. Which is why I prefer indie developers, because they are... Yes, we do have bread silos. Do I have bread silos being made anywhere else? I'm so scatterbrained. My God. Oblivion Remaster was really good. The problem that I have with Oblivion Remaster, and this is a really stupid one, is that Oblivion Remaster was really good, but it continues to prove... Is this backwards? These are backwards. I need to dismantle this thing. It continues to prove the point that the best Bethesda games, being Skyrim... I mean, not Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls and Fallout... The best titles are made by companies that aren't even friggin' Bethesda, right? Like Oblivion Remaster was made by Virtuoso, and it was an absolute hit. We're not going to talk about the fact that then, you know, a couple months later, Bethesda introduced a patch that broke it and made frame rate like complete shite, and the game became not, I won't say unplayable, but like really, really hard to play compared to when it was launched, and it was, you know, good. And then you look at things like Fallout New Vegas, that was made by Obsidian. You know, the best Bethesda titles are made by companies that aren't even Bethesda. So I mean, it's just depressing to see how far that AAA gaming has fallen. No news on Kenshi 2, unfortunately. You know, Lo-Fi has been pretty silent with me for a couple of months now. You know, they had a community manager position open again a while back. I applied for it. Waited a while. I had a couple of conversations with them internally. They ended up going for somebody else who has more community management experience compared to me, which was totally fair. But they did, you know, tell me to stick around and hang out for in the future in the event that something more content creation related opens up internally. So, but other than that, I haven't had much discussions with the folks over at Lo-Fi, unfortunately. So I have no news on Kenshi 2. Hopefully soon, you know, but who knows? I'm wondering if they're going to do like a shadow drop. That's my big thing, is I'm wondering if they're going to shadow drop it and just one day it's there. You know, it's not like marketing for Kenshi 2 would go very far anyway, because Kenshi's kind of an obscure game. You either know about it or you don't. So I think that marketing wouldn't go super far anyway. Do I have a left arm, or do I only have right? No, I'm down two folks with left arms, and I only have other arms. And Nines is going to be using unarmed now because he's using a two-hander, which really sucks because he's one of my heavier hitters too. Wow, he's doing a great job. Yeah, I genuinely think that Kenshi 2 is going to be a shadow drop. Like, you know, there's a lot more reason to think that's going to be the case than, say, we wake up and it's... and then they're going to do like a marketing campaign, because Kenshi is kind of an obscure game, you know? And so, like, marketing, what's it really going to do? Who are you going to market to? You either know... everybody I talk to either knows that Kenshi exists and loves it, or they have no clue what it is. And so marketing is only going to be for the people that are already going to buy it anyway. If they shadow drop it, at least then they don't have to spend the money on the marketing. And, you know, there it is. Now, had I got the position at Lo-Fi, and I know that sometimes they watch my content, so I'll put it out there in the event that they want to use this idea. You know, Chris, Dan, any of you guys, if you guys are watching, what I recommended doing, what I was going to talk to Lo-Fi about in the event that I had the opportunity during that whole job process, was that I think that they should pull a Elder Scrolls 6 not in the sense of making you wait 15 years, but in the sense that in 2017 or 2018, Bethesda dropped the trailer for Elder Scrolls 6. I need to actually do something. I'm going to send Vashu out on an expedition. He needs to go do stuff. In 2018, they dropped the trailer for Elder Scrolls 6, right? And it was huge. It blew up. everyone was crazy about it, and everyone started immediately doing what the internet does. They started speculating. They started putting theories out. They started analyzing every single aspect of that tiny trailer that had no real information in it, right? And they've been doing that for the last, like, 7 years. Granted, people are understandably pissed off about it, although that's a whole different story, because I'm pretty sure they only put that trailer out to make themselves more appealing because they were about to do the sale with Microsoft and they needed to, you know, show that they had value, but that's a different story altogether. They put out that trailer and everybody was doing speculation. They were looking at things. Now, Lo-Fi's whole position is they don't want to reveal too much about Kenshi 2 before the game comes out, because if they reveal too much, then they feel like things have been spoiled. So what they do is you put out a trailer that shows the elements we already know about, right? Like, they've shown concept art for, like, the samurai armor and some of the buildings and stuff. They put out an animated trailer. Get a local animator, not a local, but like a fan animator. Hire someone on YouTube. There's an animator that does Kenshi animations. There's cell-shaded animations all the time. Hire him out, right? Now you've put money back into the community. That's great PR for you. Hire him out. Get him to, you know, I'm going to send one of the golems with him too, just as added protection. Hire out the animator that does those videos, right? Have him make a trailer. Make him sign an NDA. Have him make a trailer that shows elements that we have already seen before, but maybe put, like, tiny little Easter eggs in there. Little things that the community, holy shit, the number of bee things over here. Put out a trailer that shows tiny little speculatory things that the community can speculate on and put out theories about and make content on. And by doing that, you've revealed nothing about the game the way that you want it to be, but you've increased the amount of people that have eyes on the game, right? You're effectively letting the community do, oh my god, 2 elder beak things and a horde over here. This is my worst nightmare. Holy shit, 2 elder beak things and a horde. But that is, in my opinion, would be the most ideal scenario, because then the community is doing the marketing for you. You don't have to pay for it. You're engaging with the community in the sense that you are hiring out one of their own, which puts money back into the community. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves a developer that actually, like, works with their community and, you know, puts money back into the community and values their creations. And you increase the exposure on Kenshi. So that would have been my recommendation to them. It still is my recommendation to them. I think an animated trailer that has little tiny small Easter eggs, but nothing concrete that the fan base can speculate about, would be an ideal scenario for them, where they could, I mean, again, they could effectively have the marketing done for them. But, you know, I don't foresee them doing that either. They're still very, very hush-hush about everything. Understandably so, you know. Obviously, they're very tight-lipped about it for a reason. And I do have faith that it's going to be good when it comes out, but I do wish that they would give us something. Even if there's nothing there, give us something. More than the interview that they did like 2 months ago. That interview, or however long ago it was, I had people ask me why I didn't make a video on it, and like the honest answer is that, like, what was I going to make a video on? They didn't talk about almost anything Kenshi related, other than, like, small thing. Like, there was almost nothing there. There was literally nothing there for me to talk about, so I didn't make a video on it. But I do wish that they would engage with the community in some more meaningful capacity without betraying that mission of let's not reveal anything too soon. And I think that by doing it the way that I have described, that would be a good way to do it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, too many big things. I am so fearful right now. It's kind of stupid, actually, how like petrified I am. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you in, and I'm gonna have Vashu stay back. So you get over here, fight that beak thing. Vashu stay back here and hold and block. I'm gonna have the golem come in, see how many he can take out, and then I'll have Vashu running back. See how he does stat-wise. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay. He's gonna get beat up, but he can take a beating. No, I can't have him hold. I need him to jump in there too. I can maybe kite them. Eventually, I want to start capturing beak things and taming them, but Yeah, no, I definitely think we should let them cook. But I also think that they are doing themselves a disservice by not giving the community things to talk about, even if it's not, you know, anything concrete. They're not revealing anything in particular. He has the Might House Saber, right? This is good for hunting animals specifically. So this actually may be fine. I can't remember what his combat capabilities were. I know obviously I have his stats, but beak things I feel like sometimes just ignore stats entirely in terms of their difficulty. Yeah, no, let him cook. I agree, let him cook. I just, I wish that they were, you know, doing a bit more. That's all. I think that they have an opportunity here where they can engage with the community, which everyone always loves, without betraying that initial mission. So hopefully the new community manager, whoever they are, I can't remember. They dropped his name in the most recent post, but I only looked at it momentarily, so I don't remember. Hopefully he does some stuff. I think they should also start doing like creators of the month, you know, where they like highlight creators and bring attention to the people that are keeping their game afloat when they're not telling us things, you know, because like without Kenshi content creators, Kenshi would effectively be like radio silent and eventually fade off. Kenshi content creators are the reasons that the game has stayed effectively alive this entire time. So I wish that they would maybe do like a creator of the month thing where they like drive people towards content creators. Not even necessarily me, but like people like Pato and you know, people like Muffin Top, you know, people who make really good quality Kenshi stuff and Civilization EX and all that stuff. So I want to tame the giraffes because I think it would be really, really funny to have an army of dwarves ride into battle on the backs of beak things against the Shet Kingdom. You can't tell me that wouldn't be hilarious. It'd be amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Well, we've got a full house tonight. My God, I think this is the most concurrent viewers I've ever had in a stream. That's really exciting. Welcome, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying so far. Well, we're getting back into the swing of things. You need to heal yourself right now. And you need to back up so we can... Doesn't have a med kit. I let him leave without a med kit. Fantastic. At the very least, you can heal the golem. Yeah, I think the idea of dwarves riding into battle on the backs of beak things would be absolutely hilarious. A bunch of little dudes. Heal him up. See how they're doing back at the base real fast. I'm going to keep it paused. That way we don't end up with a bad situation. Why is nobody building this wall? I don't understand. Somebody please build this wall. Make this your priority. But I need to make animal cages before I can do that. And I also need food because beak things, their hunger drops at a rate that is truly unfathomable. Like it's asinine how quickly their hunger drops. I am a dope and left without grabbing a heal. Do I? Oh, I just don't have healing equipment is what it is. Oh my God. I am so blissfully unprepared for this. Okay. Sagan, do any of you guys... Alright, yeah, so we're going to trade out the golem here because for a different golem. One that has storage capacity. And then I'm going to run over there, grab a bunch of stuff, and then I'm going on a selling trip. Are these people? Band of Bones. Did I kill her? I'm pretty sure I did. Well, go for round 2. I'm pretty sure I killed Tora, but that's fine. We're going to go back for round 2. Fantastic. Alright, yeah, so maybe they have some healing stuff on them. Probably shitey ones, but healing stuff nonetheless. They do. Heal yourself. Sacrifice yourself. Yeah, Pato did a really, really good job. He did a really, really good job. Him and I were chatting about it a couple of months ago. I have a Discord group with Slippin', Patastrophia, and Muffin Top that we chat in sometimes, and we were all really impressed with his performance during that. We were really excited about it too, because you know, that's kind of what bred the idea that I was talking about a little while ago about them hiring that same animator to do a trailer with stuff. Yeah, no, he's really good. Super funny guy. Super funny guy. Actually, you know what? While we're here, I wanted to take a minute, outside of, you know, talking about my stuff or anything like that. I don't know if anybody's familiar with a YouTuber by the name of Grimdark Half Off. He was a really solid dude, and he actually, unfortunately, he did a Kenshi coverage a couple years ago, but he unfortunately passed away on October 28th. He was a really solid dude, and I wanted to bring him up because I actually I haven't had a chance to talk about it because I haven't made any videos since his passing, but he's actually one of the reasons that my channel is still around. A couple of years ago, when I was at I think 1,500 subs, he made his video on Kenshi called Kenshi Grimdark. Kenshi is Grimdark done right. He was a lore YouTuber. He mostly did like Conan the Barbarian and stuff like that. But he said Kenshi was Grimdark done right, and he used one of my lore videos as source material for the Griffin. Are you on drugs? Look at him. He's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He did use one of my videos as the source material for his content, and he tagged me in it, and it ended up giving me like a massive bump in subs. I got like 600 subs in like 2 days because of that video, and it jumped my channel forward significantly. And you know, him and I had chatted a few times over the years, and we commented on each other's videos, and we were actually talking about potentially doing a collab of some kind in the future, similar to the one that I recently did with Muffin Top, but. Unfortunately, he passed away on the 28th to a rare form of stomach cancer, and it was really, really shitty. He was a young dude, didn't obviously deserve that. But the reason why I bring it up, though, is not to, you know, like bring up his passing and anything like that and try to use that as some kind of segue, but if you guys are a fan of my content, please go over and watch his stuff. I don't know where his ad revenue is going. I don't know if his family is still like collecting it or what it's doing, but on the chance that his family is collecting it, I want to try and keep getting people to engage with his content for as long as possible, because I want them to still be getting that. And also, it was his, you know, one of his life's works. It was what he was truly passionate about, and I don't want someone who was that, you know, great in the community, that great in the space, to unfortunately, you know, fall by the wayside algorithmically. And again, I want, if his family is collecting the ad revenue, I want to make sure within, you know, the power that I have, if any, that his family is still able to collect some of that ad revenue for however long. His parents, his sister, you know, whoever it is. So please go check him out. Look at his stuff. He was a really, really good guy, all the way up to the end. I mean, even towards the end, he was posting that he was working on videos. He was writing scripts. He was a fantastic man. Every conversation I had with him was really, really fun. He was a fantastic guy. So please go watch his stuff. Keep him alive in the algorithm, and keep his channel bringing in revenue for whoever is collecting it. Hopefully it's his family, but that's all. I'm not going to harp on it too much. I do think I'm going to rename one of my dwarves to Grimdark, though, just as my own little tribute to him. But no, it was really sad to hear that he passed. I was in a Wendy's parking lot when it happened, which is not where I wanted to be, because it bothered me actually quite a bit more than, you know, him and I, we were friends, but we were new friends. We didn't chat that much. But, you know, when we did, it was always pleasant. So I was, it definitely bothered me quite a bit finding out about his passing. So, yeah, please go check out his stuff. Really good stuff. The guy was a talented artist. He had a wonderful voice, and fantastic stuff. And like I said, a lot of my audience came over directly as a result of watching his content. So he will be missed. All right, back to it. We're gonna have Zagan or Kenji, who has higher stats. Zagan's got a little higher stats. All right, we're gonna bring Zagan, Kenji. Let's. I need to leave at least one really good heavy hitting dwarf here, in order to deal with that. All right, so we're gonna bring Zagan, Kenji, Zagan, Griffin, and King Vishu, to do a supply run. Make our way over to Flats Lagoon, probably, or Morn, one of the two, or Katun, and we're going to sell off a shit ton of leather that we're going to get by slaughtering beak things. Eventually, I need to start naming some more Royal Dwarves, but in order to do that, I need to get my Tau equipment, because the rule is that in order, the main Dwarves, if you're given a my Tau, you become Dwarven Nobility. So Griffin is currently Dwarven Nobility. King Vishu, obviously, Dwarven Nobility. Lord Stream is a bit of an exception. He's our friendly neighborhood mod. So he's got it as well. Flick, why do you have a really good katana, which is troublesome, I suppose. I mean, not troublesome, worrisome, because his stats are poo. It's got good strength, though. I have to make training dummies is what I need to do. Whoa, that is a massive horde of beak things. Okay, Griffin is going to be on defense. He's on block. What's this with block? He should be at 52. He should be able to hold his own. All right, we're gonna attempt this flock of beak things. It's the whole reason we're out here. I can't get scared now. It's the whole reason we're out here, is to kill beak things and collect their leather. So we're gonna send Zagan in first. He's a little bit weaker than the other golem is, but he has inventory space that the other one doesn't. So between the two of them, they should be able to take him down. Zagan will tank. I'm actually gonna. Okay, he's taunting. Good. So Zagan's going to tank, and Vashi will take him down with damage. And we're going to start collecting some leather. And Griffin will be back here for emotional support. What the hell are they doing? It's a horde. It's an absolute horde. Absolute horde. Oh, my lord. All right. More beak things? Is this... Alright, I also have to be careful that I'm not attacking an elder beak thing, because that is a whole different issue. Fantastic. Throw some more leather in there. Skin spiders. Garu. Eventually we're going to have to take some get some pack mules as well. The problem right now is we set up in the Fishman Isles because it obviously is the most interesting, and we can commandeer the Isles by killing the Fishmen, which we already did. The downside is that traveling outside of there is like, understandably really difficult. So my plan is that whenever we go to war with another faction, the Shet Kingdom probably first, I plan on setting up like a temporary base, like an outpost or like a war camp in Shet Kingdom territory that we can use to heal, that we can use to eat, and all that stuff, and then I will dismantle it when it's time to leave. But I'm going to set up a temporary base of operations when we go to war. How's my audio sound, by the way? What's the quality of it? I switched streaming devices to... Originally I was using NVIDIA last time I streamed. Now it's OBS. I just want to make sure that quality-wise things are good. Gather up these beak thing eggs. Yeah, beak thing eggs. Oh, you know what? Fuck this. Why are we gathering up leather when I should be gathering up beak thing eggs? I'm out of my mind. 240 or 4,200. Good. No crackling, nothing like that. That's good. Just want to make sure I'm not staticky. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, so we're switching our focus here. Originally I was thinking beak thing leather, but now that I'm using my brain like a big boy, I'm going to switch over to beak thing eggs. Easy. And Oh yeah, okay, so they're loaded up, so I'm gonna drop his leather for now. He doesn't need it. What I need is beak thing eggs. Pick that up, give it to Zagan. Pick it up, give it to Zagan. Fantastic. Is there any more in here? One more, the exact amount that we can carry. Alright, where's all that leather that I just dropped? Those poos? They are, they're beak thing poos. Alright. Alright, so we are maxed out, full capacity. We are going to head off to Catan, probably. It's probably the best bet. Alright, Zagan, pull. Bashu, pull. Griffin, hang back. We may... We're a little outnumbered here. Bashu, defend Griffin. Although we should be able to hold it off. Griffin can run defense for a minute. I gotta build up his defense anyway, but... Zagan, come on. What are you doing? Fight him. What are you doing? Stop standing there. Welcome, welcome to everybody who's joined. It's nice to see y'all here. Like I said, this is my it's ironic, my first stream in over a year, and this is the largest turnout that I've had, I think, in a stream ever, which is awesome. I'm really excited. Granted, my sub count has doubled since the last time I streamed, so that probably has something to do with it. But yeah, no, really excited to see a bunch of fresh faces here. I hope that everybody's enjoying. All right, heal up. Medic. We're gonna speed this up. I don't think, yeah, his first aid kit's crap. Griffin, what shape are you in? Zagan? Okay. And Zagan, what's he at? He's low. We should be fine. As long as we don't run into too many more beak thing hordes, we should be good. But we will see. Healing, healing, healing. Alright. Head off towards Catan again. I think we're going to end up just doing a beeline. I'm going to try and avoid... I'm going to do double speed instead of triple so I can try and dodge away from any beak thing hordes. It sucks that it's at night too, so things are a little bit more difficult to see. I'm going to switch my depth of field off for a second so I can see farther. For those of you who are just joining the Dwarven adventure for the first time, we are creating an army of dwarves with the goal of taking down the Shek Kingdom. The dwarves are... this dwarven faction is heavily inspired by the dwarves from Dragon Age Origins, and as a result of that, the Shek Kingdom will prove to be our dark spawn. I'm happy to have you all here. We are... you know, we make a lot of decisions here, and who knows, you may end up getting a dwarf named after you. I try to name them after channel members and whatnot. Hence good old James Pruitt down there and Rusty Thompson. So, yeah, no. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the spectacle of an army of tiny boys. You can't really tell that they're tiny boys right now, other than like me telling you, because they haven't been next to a normal person. But just wait, when we get to Catan, you'll see they're small boys, small, thick boys. We got Snickers. And fingers crossed we don't. Oh, Guerrillo bandits. I don't think I've had to deal with them too much recently in this playthrough. Hopefully, I won't have to deal with them at all in this playthrough. I'll deal with them eventually, but I mean, like right now. Hopefully, I don't have to deal with them right now. All right, keep going, keep going, keep going. we're into Catan. Most of the shops are closed at the moment, but that's okay because we need respite. So we're gonna go to the bar. Are we? Why was there? That's concerning. There was somebody that had red cursor over here that walked into the bar. So fingers crossed it's just an assault charge. Who is it? Oh, it's mercenaries. Do we have a thing against the mercenaries? Why do we have a thing against mercenaries? I don't remember. All right, well, we're going to put them both on block. That way, if we get attacked, the town guard will deal with them, not... they won't attack us. They'll just arrest them for being pieces of shit. All right. Rest up. Griffin's not going to get much out of this, but, you know, we'll be able to get Vashu rested up, and then I'll go get... Once daytime breaks anyway, I'll go get some healing. Some first aid. We need some first aid, for sure. First aid for sure. Old Zagan out here. Dude's an absolute monstrosity. If you guys want to, you know, want your game to look like mine, I do have the links in the description for how I do that. My mod load order as well. You know, a lot of people compliment the way my Kenshi looks. My load order is set up in a collection that I have on Steam, so one-click download every mod that I have. The only thing that is not available anymore that will make your game look like mine, unfortunately, is the Suki V2 reshade. I do have it, but that's because I downloaded it prior to the mod author taking it down from the internet. You can't find it anywhere anymore. So at the current moment, Suki V2 is unavailable. I do recommend there are a couple of other reshades that you could check. Offhand, I can't remember the name of it. There is one that is really close. I will figure it out and post a link for it in the description at some point. But offhand, I don't remember what it is. I do plan on releasing my own reshade very soon, however, so that hopefully you guys can continue to make your game look like mine. But in the video, in the description, I go over the settings, I go over all that stuff to make your game look like mine. And then again, my mods are also linked in the collection in the description as well. So feel free to, you know, take a peek at that. Zagan, come with me. We need to sell stuff. We're going to sell it in this weapons vendor. Show me your stock already. All right. First things first, sell some animal skins. Most important. How much can we get for these? 4,200. Beautiful. Okay. So now we have 36,000 cats. That is a new number to scoff at. Which means, is there any place, the mechanical shop? Is there just like a travel shop around here? General shop, maybe? They'll have healing stuff. It's always hit or miss. Sometimes they only have like farming stuff. Sometimes they have travel stuff, but they don't have medical supplies. Okay. Well, they have crappy ones. It's all right. It's temporary. I'll buy a couple of them because we just need them for the sake of healing, healing Griffin. So get Griffin healed up so he can finish recuperating. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna put Vashu back in bed, and while they are resting, we're gonna go back to the Garzumi Keep here, and we're gonna start setting up some of these other buildings. What do we have for internal decorations and whatnot? Because we got to start crafting some more. You know, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brick this wall here, get rid of this wall, and what does it upgrade to? Defensible? No. We're going storm wall. Okay, we're dwarves. We build with concrete, not metal. Concrete. Nothing but stone. At least for the walls. So we're going to get this wall taken care of. Storm shacks. And then once this wall is taken care of, and we can start organizing the industrial sector to look a little bit more like clean and put together, because right now it kind of looks like dookie, and I don't really like the way that it looks. So rock and stone, that's right, that's what we do. Rock and stone. Storm wall, there we go. Do I have storm wall 2 yet? No, just storm wall once. Okay. All right, so industrial sector, I need to make it relatively decent sized, but I may undercut it with some buildings like that, because this is my currently is my research station, but I'm going to end up making it like where my materials and stuff are stored. So I'm going to put it up to like right here, and then for anybody who's seen my building videos, you'll know that I have a particular agitation with single pieces or when things don't look right. So I'm going to build a lone piece right there, and that will act. I'm going to end up moving that over into this spot with the Shift F12 after it's built. A lot of people ask me how they can build with without using the Shift F12 to spawn in buildings. That's how you build it naturally with resources, and then you use the Shift F12 to move it into place. I'm not really in favor of cheating. A lot of people think that, like, oh, you're using the Shift F12, you're cheating. I'm like, oh, I'm not, though, because I'm building it naturally, and then I'm just moving it into place with the Shift F12 menu. I'm not spawning it for me to use. At least in like when I'm actually playing the game like this. When I'm doing a build video, obviously I'm just spawning it in. But okay, this should be a good industrial sector. And then I also at some point am going to have to start filling these buildings out with things. I have a lot of buildings here, and almost none of them are being used. So I'm going to have to start filling those out. And I'm going to try to make this as realistic as possible in the sense that, like, there's going to be buildings that are literally just, this is somebody's home. That's all it is, like one person's house. There's going to be an armory and all that stuff, but we're baby steps. So all right, we'll get those built, hopefully sooner rather than later. Do I have anybody else on engineering in here, or is everybody just doing stuff? None of my mods are anything that really makes the game, I would say, easier. That's not really what it is. I've played. I have like 2,500 hours in Kenshi. Vanilla's. I love vanilla, but sometimes you need a little bit more. I mostly add things that add like buildings or like new weapon types. Like for this playthrough, I added ones that add, dwarven weapons and stuff. Things like that. Just little things to make the game, or armors and stuff, but nothing game breaking. I don't want to have like a super easy playthrough, but just things that, again, make the game a little bit more attuned to what it is I'm looking for. And in this case, that is dwarves. That's dwarves. All right, so I'm going to make another small little... God damn it. Stop. Freaking... I'm trying to lock onto the nodes. All right, so I'm going to make another little indie piece right there as well, and I'll move that into place. Yeah, that's really what it is. The mods are for variety more than anything else. They're not anything that I use for breaking the game. It's not really my bag. That crab? Lone crab. Oh, all right, question for you guys. Should I tame beak things? Should I tame gorillas, or should I tame crabs? Or skin spiders? What should I be taming here? Because I'm going to end up taming a beast to use in battle, right? Because the thing is like my population settings are so high that even with a fully stacked faction, I can't just walk into any of the major cities and just like win a fight. I will die entirely. So I need a front line that I can send in to kind of like thin the ranks. I'm trying to think what would be best. Originally, I was like beak things, right? Because riding in on our armada of beak things would be really funny. But now that I think more about it, I'm like, should we go gorillas? And then maybe I could tame the alpha gorilla and send him in first. So beak things, gorillas, skin spiders, or crabs. Now crabs are obviously already done, but like that's neither here nor there. I'll probably end up going to war with the crab raiders anyway, so maybe not crabs, just because I'm going to end up fighting the crab raiders anyway. Okay, I'm going to save it here in the event that I crash, because that happens. Save often, kids. Save often. All right, I'm going to move these into place now. Make these look the way that I want them to. Okay, so I'm going to straighten you out. rise that back up. And then I'm going to scoot you over and just kind of put you into position right there. So how much higher is it? It's a little too high. There we go. All right, and then this one as well. Move this one into position as well. Just so that way it prevents that opening, that gap there. And then I'll do a quick save and reload so that way people can't run through it. Swamp Raptors, those are a cool idea. I don't have any around me, but I'm sure I could find some, especially if I end up allying with the Holy Nation and I do that. I could probably snag a bunch of Swamp Raptors. Oh, actually, you know what? There are Swamp Raptors. They're just over here. So it's actually not that far of a run. And I have to come over here at some point anyway to save Pins because Pins is currently an indentured servant. Going to have to deal with that at some point. I don't remember how that happened. That was a while ago, but Pins is enslaved. So I think Pins got knocked down on the way out of Catan. I think I was doing a recruiting run at Catan. Got knocked out and then got captured by slavers. But either way, I'm going to have to save Pins at some point. So maybe when I'm over here, I can start grabbing some Swamp Raptors. But we'll see what happens. Swamp Raptors are a really good idea. All right, save it again. And I'm going to do a quick reload. So that way those are persistent. So for anybody who's unfamiliar with my process, when you move or place anything with the shift at 12 in terms of buildings, right? Interior stuff, not so... Damn it, we crashed. I knew it. This is why we save. This is why we save. No big deal. When you alter anything in... when you place anything with an interior cell, anything that's not an interior item, I can't talk. So anything building-wise, walls, buildings, anything like that. We'll do an import to see if that helps. Usually it does. Sometimes it's just the actual process of saving and reloading rapidly, especially when you have people in multiple areas. The game just gets overloaded memory-wise and banks out. So hopefully that's not an issue. Should load right up here in just a second. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so anytime you place a building, anytime you place a wall, anything like that, if you want your characters to not be able to run through it, you have to save and reload. It makes it persistent. Otherwise, it maintains the original spot that it was. So like I placed these two little walls, I placed them right here, right? And so even though I moved them to right here, the clipping for not the hitbox for this wall is still over here. The hitbox does not move unless you save and reload because that's what makes it persistent. So I feel like I have this question a lot on my shorts and stuff like that where people will be like, I placed it down and my guys can run right through it. Your method's not working. What's the point? You have to save and reload. Once you save and reload, it becomes persistent. Genuinely surprised that that was our first crash, especially given that this save file is over a year old now. I was genuinely concerned when starting it up, when I was doing my test run last night to make sure that this save still worked. I'm genuinely surprised that it wasn't corrupted. I was really worried that it was going to be. We had the same issue we did with the first one, but luckily one quick import and it was fixed. So just given that I have, again, it's a year old and I have so many mods and all that stuff on. So genuinely shocked, but all right. Are you guys healed up yet? They are. All right, so now that we're over here, there's a couple of things that I want to do since we're in Catan. First things first. Head downstairs, actually. Hold on, Catan's loading in. Since I reloaded the game, everything's got to load in. It's going to take half a second. Any minute now. Optimization is something I hope they improve upon in Kenshi too. That is for sure. Hopefully, I know that people have their gripes with Unreal 5. It definitely has its issues in terms of performance and all that stuff. But hopefully, the fact that it's an engine that wasn't outdated upon the game's release will help with that. Because Kenshi 1, the Ogre engine, which is the engine that Kenshi 1 was made with, was already out of date by the time Kenshi released. Let alone, like, after the fact, you know, like it was already out of date. It already wasn't looking good. Unreal 5 has its issues. It's definitely buggy. It's definitely not the most spectacular thing in the world, but at the very least, it is more modern and can take more. So hopefully the game will be much better optimized in terms of loading and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I have so much wheat straw saved up that I really need to start. Well, one, I need someone to like start turning this shit into bread. Do I have anybody working the silo? Is that a thing? I have a lot of people working the straw. What machine are you operating? Whatever machine Dune is supposed to be operating is no longer around because it's just an operating machine. So your new job is to operate the grain silo. That's your job. Welcome, the Bika. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. No. So I said earlier in the stream, unfortunately, I have no news on Kenshi 2. I truly wish that I did. I don't. I've got nothing new for you guys. Yeah. Nope. Just not the time. Not the time. I need. What does he have? This is training athletics, correct? James is training them athletics. Fantastic. He's actually, dude. Honestly, he's kind of a beast. Oh, you know what I think I did? I think I remember now where the mercenary thing came in. I'm pretty sure I hired some mercenaries, and I'm pretty sure I ended up forcibly recruiting the mercenaries into my ranks as dwarves. I'm pretty sure that's what ended up happening. And that's why the mercenaries don't like me anymore. Which is, in fairness, understandable. Oh my god, the Catan will not load. We're going to have to let it sit for a second and see if it can load in. It's taken forever to load in. Yeah. Oh my god, guys, I know I've said this a couple times, but I am genuinely shocked and excited and surprised. We have the most people we've ever had concurrently watching the stream. We have 44 people watching right now, according to at least according to my OBS. This is fantastic. Most people I've ever had on stream. I really hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to be streaming a lot more. I plan on streaming a couple of times a week. James, that is really unfortunate. Have you considered potentially banging on the ceiling with a broom? Old man style. Oh my god, why is Catan not loading? It's making me so mad. Let me try moving around the camera a bit to forcibly load some stuff in. Sometimes when this happens, where like the game is stuck persistently loading, and it's stuck paused, sometimes flying around and forcing like the entire like chunk per se to load in by doing that will help. The issue that I think we're having here is that NPCs are not fully loading in, but it's really ticking me off. We're just sitting here now waiting for Kenshi to stop being Kenshi for a minute. Come in. Nothing. Oh my lord. All right, since Kenshi's being Kenshi, we're gonna try it again. It may end up crashing again. If it does, I'll obviously reload. It's not a big deal. It only takes half a second, but we're going to attempt to reload here to see if maybe that helps. Because sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it crashes, but sometimes it does. I think the game may have just gotten stuck, that's all. There we go. Yeah, it just got stuck. See? No big deal. Sometimes you just gotta do a reload. Sometimes that's all it takes. Fantastic. Yeah, James, I recommend beating on the ceiling with a broom. Yeah, that's the thing. Or if you want to be an absolute Chad lad, go, I don't know, like, knock on the door and yell tag in and see how that goes. Don't actually do that. I don't want everyone to get hurt. But that would be really funny. That's one way to kill the mood. You know, that'll definitely kill the mood. Don't actually do that, though. That'd be, low-key a great way to get beat up on accident. Don't do that. All right. So we have 36,000 cats. We need medical supplies. That's what we need. Before anything else, we need medical supplies. We're gonna go to the ranger shop and see maybe they have some here. Oh, no attack. No attacking. Why are the tech hunters attacking me? What did I do on this playthrough? Oh, I attacked an outpost. That's what it was. I attacked an outpost. My golems absolutely eviscerated an outpost a while back, and now the tech hunters hate me. I remember now. It's all coming back now. I attacked an outpost, and the tech hunters absolutely hate my face. Which is why I can't go to Flats Lagoon. Which is why Flats Lagoon is red. Oh my god, I'm just remembering it all now. Mistakes have been made. What did I do? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh no. Okay. Alright, so the tech hunters hate me. Why did I do that? That's such a stupid thing to do. I'm sure I had a reason for it. But what a stupid thing to do. Why would I do that? I think I was raiding them for something. Dwarven supremacy. They didn't... I have no idea. I couldn't even begin to fathom why I did that. Oh my god. Alright, well what I am going to do... Am I allied with the Shinobi Thieves? I am. This is what happens when you don't do a playthrough for a year. You take too long off and then you jump back into the world only to find out that you completely bungled it for reasons that you don't even know. I don't even know what I did. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Awful. All right. Well, I'm going to do my little my good deed that I said I was going to my good deed, but I'm going to rename Griffin to he is Lord Grimdark in honor of our fallen comrade in the Lord community. He does have a Mytal weapon, so he was going to get renamed to Lord anyway, as he is one of the Dwarven nobility. But Lord Grimdark in honor of our fallen comrade. Alright, I need to find the merchant in here. Shinobi trader. Okay. What do you have to buy? Trade. Any medical equipment? No. No, they have really good masks and shit though. What is this? What is this? Flotsam War straw hat. That is not bad. It is better than what I have here. Wow. I recently downloaded the I added it to my collection as well. The Vanilla Armors Expanded mod. So a lot of this stuff was not in the game last time I streamed. So there's a lot of new equipment here. I know that my end game equipment that I wanted to get is the R armor here, but that may end up being more difficult than I expected. The robots come from a mod from a gentleman by the name of Lord Hapless. It's called Old Ironsides, and there are a couple of unique ones that you can find throughout the map. Like Zagan here, you find him in Squin. Some of them you have to pay for, some of them you have to talk to. Some of them you can you have to fight. There's a couple legendary ones that you have to fight. Like there's one locked up in Narcos Tower, and not Narcos Tower, in the Holy Nations. Wow, why am I'm like blanking out really hard tonight. Narcos Trap. There's one there, and then you can find broken ones in a lot of settlements, like in the hub. You can find some there. You can find some in the Black Desert, and then you can buy them and you can actually put different armors on them. So like Zagan has a unique frame, and that'll change the way they look, as well as their inventory capacity and their stats and all that kind of stuff. So the unique ones have unique frames that you don't want to change, but some of them are not. That's not the case. All right. So for well, all right. So what do you have for you? You have a shiny hood. I'm gonna take the hood off and I'm gonna put a war mask on you, just because again, I think that's what Grim would like. And then we're gonna throw some raider rags on you. Get your whole self wrapped up in that. I need to rag plate. Interesting. Yeah, you know what? Let's see how that looks. How does that look? I think that looks pretty friggin' cool, is what I think. So I think we're gonna keep him in that. And then what do we got for boots? Any boots? No. We do, however, have a thieves backpack. We have put a small one on him. Let him store some stuff. But no, I think we're gonna call that on that. And then Vashy, what do you got? You got this iron hat. I think we're gonna replace that with a flotsam mask. Yeah. Bald boy. Yeah, we're good. That's good. And then we'll give him a rag plate as well. We'll keep the armor for now and see if maybe that's what we want to go with later on. But I think that the rag plate is a good way to go. I think that fits the dwarven aesthetic quite well. The mod's name is Old Ironsides. I don't know if it's still up, but if it is, you can find it in my collection, which should be linked in the description below. All of the mods that I use in this playthrough and in all of my lore videos, one-click download right there. Boom. So, would recommend. Obviously, I made it. I made it because a lot of people were asking me for my mod information. So, there you go. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Okay, so we still have 29,000 left. Is there any other traders or vendors here? Fantastic. Yeah, Old Ironside, great mod. Hapless, great guy. If I recall, he also made another mod that I do not have downloaded that adds the first ever companion that has a dialogue system with an affection system, like an affinity system, as well as like a quest. Like he's a fully realized companion. First one that I am aware of. He may even be the only one still. Really good stuff, though. Really good stuff. He's like a gunslinger. He's like a robot gunslinger. Really badass stuff. Hapless, fantastic mod author. Would recommend. Alrighty. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is owned by tech hunters, so we have to be careful. I need to find a left arm. 2 left arms, because we have 2 guys back at the base that are missing left arms, and one of them is a heavy weapons user, and you can't use heavy weapons when you only got 1 arm, which you know, you can't be doing that. Engineering research, we'll take that. Take you. Yeah, we'll pull some more books for now. We'll go raiding for more. Oh, right, I have more stuff to sell. Look at that. Not a lot more, but I have more stuff to sell. We're going to go raiding for more beak thing eggs here shortly, but we always need science books. So we'll take those, and I think we're going to make our way back to the base for now. And then we're going to have to find another place to do some trading because, well, we clearly can't come here, and we can't go to Flats Lagoon. I pretty much nixed the only 2 places that I could go to do like quality selling and stuff, so that sucks, but that's fine. Again, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. Is that an elder beak thing they're fighting? Nope, just an adult. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Really stupid on my part. Really stupid. I'm sure I had a reason for attacking that outpost, that way station. It was probably for like food or something, knowing me. We were probably running low on supplies and food, and I needed it. But yeah, really sucks. Really sucks. So double speed this. And then when we get back, we're going to jump on some research, and we're going to start putting together some of the other buildings and stuff for the base. Start really putting the place together, making it like livable and functional instead of, because right now there's a lot of buildings, but they're all kind of empty hovels. I want to start at least placing down the blueprints and the schematics for them, so that way we can get the wireframes down and then start putting them together. We need to do some recruiting here soon as well. Those are bone dogs. That's a beak thing. Yeah, those are boneyard wolves. Try to avoid those. They're not difficult, but I'd rather not mess with them right now. We're gonna have to start doing some more recruiting soon as well if we're ever gonna have any chance of taking out anybody. I mean, like we have some good numbers now, and I'm sure that we can take out some smaller settlements. We can obviously take out a way station. We did it. The problem is going to be taking out any like significant faction. I think originally the plan was to either side with the Holy Nation or it was to side with the Holy Nation and take out the United Cities after we dealt with the Shek. But I'm wondering if maybe I should take out. The UC's far. The UC's probably not something I need to mess with right now. I was wondering if maybe I should take out the UC first, but then I would pretty much nix any civilization that I have near me. And so it may be beneficial to party up with the United Cities rather than the Holy Nation because they are closer to me and I can use them to offload goods. And then I'll go to war with the Shek, and then after that the Holy Nation. And then eventually I'll turn on the United Cities because we want, you know... Oh, look, they're talking about our exploits. You said, remember when we killed the Fishman King? Outstanding. Because then, you know, we'll be able to use the United Cities to fund our escapades until they become no longer useful, and then we take them out, and then we have our dwarf supremacy. Because ultimately, that's what we want. We want dwarven supremacy. So that's what we're gonna go for. But first things first, we need to get ourselves established. We need a nice, hefty defense. The cool part about the base that we picked and the location that we picked is that the main way onto this base is either through the water, which is really stupid, or they're going to come up through onto this walkway. And I plan on extending this out, if as far as I'm able to, with walls into the water, and basically creating a kill box on this bridge. I want this bridge to be an absolute terror. Like, I want them to hop this bridge, and why did they do that? Why did they do that? This bridge is going to be a disaster for them. Most forces shouldn't be able to make it past the bridge when I hook it up. The plan is to make a bunch of... why are they going the long way? You absolute buffoons. You absolute silly gooses. What are you doing? Get the hell over here. Oh my god. Fucking... The AI can be absolute tits sometimes. Yeah. So make a kill box. Beautiful kill box. They'll never make it past the bridge. Guys, go get food. Zagan do what Zagan does, which is guard us. We're going to leave it on 3 times speed until morning, and then I'll drop it down. But for right now, I need these guys to train. So, training athletics for sure. Athletics is a main stat that needs to be trained for pretty much everybody in this faction. I need them to train constantly. Luckily, I'm using the gym equipment mod that adds this stuff in, and then they will default to running over and training. They'll just train random stats when they're not doing anything else, when they're aimless. But athletics is absolutely essential for this playthrough because of where we are. We have so many beak things, and elder beak things at that, because we are right below the boneyard, that athletics is an absolute necessity. Even getting from our base here over to here is so difficult because there are so many beat things that we will lose at least one person or take damage before we get there, which is why when we do start attacking people in the long run, we're going to be setting up like bases for that. But yeah, we need hands down to deal with that. I'm going to adjust my squad a bit. I'm actually going to add a new squad for the golems. So that way we can get them out of the main part. And then I'm also going to start, once I get a couple of more people build out, I'm going to start breaking them up into families, right? So I'm going to have like noble dwarven families. I'm going to have each family establish an heir. So, you know, if King Vishu here, if he dies, because we're doing a no save stone run, obviously if he dies, let me back up, shit's loud in my ear. If he dies, then whoever is his heir will be named as the new king. So we're going to go for there. And to be marked as nobility, obviously all of the nobles are the ones who receive Maitao weaponry. So currently our nobility consists of the king, Vishu, Lord Grimdark, who has the Maitao cross cleaver, and then Lord Stream, who doesn't actually have Maitao currently, but he is our modded chat. So out of respect, he is also one of our nobility as well. Oh, Lord. Welcome, welcome. We got a couple new people in the chat again. I'm really ecstatic about the turnout, guys. This is great. A lot of people participating, a lot of people watching. I really appreciate it. I was a little nervous coming back that it's been so long since I streamed that people weren't going to be interested. They weren't going to want to watch me play play the dwarves. But I'm glad everyone's here. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming a lot more. So, and not just Kenshi. Some strategy games, some RPGs, play some Ghost of Tsushima, play some Total War, play some good stuff, a lot of good stuff. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. All right, we should have we have some straw flour being made. All right, so now we need to establish a kitchen. Place where food is being made. This right here is going to end up being our powerhouse. We were running for biofuel. Do we have a distillery in here? That's a good question. Let's check and see what we have. And what's our food situation looking like? Because I thought we had more food, but yeah, we do. We do have food. Why are you not eating? Go eat, you goon. Is his inventory? Ooh, his inventory is full. He can't eat. Okay, that makes sense. Drop this shit off. All right. Wow, I have a lot of books. I have like a stupid amount of books. I raided a way station. I have to remember that. That is why. I forgot that I keep forgetting about the way station, and then I raided a way station, which is why I have so much crap. Okay. Well, let's see, what can we get then? Racked tech bench? Yes, this will be super imperative for making, basically it takes this bench here and I can downsize it so it's not taking up quite so much room, because right now it's taking up a hell of a lot of room, and that's my least favorite aspect of the workbenches. They take up so much room. All right, electric. We have fuel generation, electricity generator that runs on fuel. Yeah, we'll run that. And then I'm pretty sure we have biofuel stuff, battery capacities, battery power, biofuel. Okay, yeah, so we have biofuel that can be made from wheat straw over here, and then which we have a disturbing amount of. All right, let's check in here and see what buildings we had being produced. I don't remember if any of them are done. Okay, we have one. So we need fuel. Okay, so we need to make... We need power. Is that what these choose? Do we have power or do we need workers? No, we just need workers. Okay, I'm just a bum. Alright, so do we have anybody that's not working anything that I can put on this? Rusty's not doing anything. I think we upgraded the machine. He's not working anymore, so we're going to move him off. He should be moving to food and then research, because that's what we need. We need research. Alright. Research. Alright, what do we got here? We got advanced armor smithing. We're going to need that later on for sure. We have so much stuff. I'm just going to start grabbing research, because after we raided that way station, we have so much crap. And this isn't even all the stuff. Yeah, because I pulled more stuff off of him. We can put more in here. Oh my lordy lord. Yeah, we need to get him over here so we can start offloading this stuff. There is no more room. We've officially run out of room. Fantastic. Okay. We can also, with the rack tech benches, we can build smaller workbenches as well that not only will decrease the cumbrance of this crap, because again, it just takes up so much room, and it looks bad. It looks so bad. I can't do anything else in this room because of it. But also, it will allow me to build smaller benches that can help speed up research by having multiple people doing it. So, a lot of different things we can do from there. All right, so we're generating fuel, and then battery capacity, battery power. Building types. I'm so disheveled because I haven't played on this playthrough in like a year, and so I'm really trying to distillery bank. Okay, yeah, so we need a battery bank. What do we need for this? Iron plates and electrical components. We need generators is what we need. We have the fuel distillery, so I think we need generators. Do I have generators researched? Yeah, I'm so disheveled because I haven't played on this playthrough in so long that now I'm like, small generators. Okay, there it is. There's the generators. Then I don't remember what I was doing for like anything. Thievery, better training dummies. They're not going to really help us too much. They only go up to level 15, 10, 15. I mean, they're not going to do too much. Maybe early. Yeah, we'll do it for when we get early. Like low level recruits. Not too worried about lockpicking. We're usually pretty good on that end. What else can we use? Correct. Furniture. Storage solutions. Rugs and curtains. I'm not worried about that right now. Yeah, do it. Go install Kenshi. Do it right now. Do it right now. I've sunk like 2,500 hours into Kenshi, and I'm still playing it. It's been literally years. Kenshi's been the main focus of this channel for 4 years now. Totally worth it. Go re-download Kenshi. All right. Exterior lighting. Yeah, we can use some of that. Electrical crafting. Storage, electrical components. New items. Yeah, okay, so we can craft electrical components that way. Small wind generators. We don't necessarily need them, but I'm going to put them on there. Light post, sure. And we're going to upgrade our battery capacities for sure. Take a little 5. What do we need for that? 8 ancient science books. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. See, you've surpassed me wholeheartedly. I've got rookie numbers compared to you. There's a guy that I saw post on Reddit the other day. He had one playthrough that just reached like 50,000 days or 80,000 days. I think it's one of those. Crazy number. Absolutely crazy number. I can't even begin to fathom. I think the highest number of days I've ever gotten to was like 300 and something. My lord, dude's a mad lad. I'm not really worried about dyed stuff right now. Weapon melting. Yeah, we can use that for sure. Weapon. Yeah, we're gonna start smithing for sure. I need to. We're dwarves after all. I need to smith for sure. So heavy weapons. All right, I think that's good. He's got a lot of stuff to research. He's gonna be busy for some time. Yeah, no, don't feel discouraged at all. Like I said, this guy, I mean, he had so many hours in Kenshi. I genuinely, I was appalled. I was appalled. Absolutely appalled. Okay, so we're gonna start decorating some of the interior cells here. I need battery bank, outages, corpse, wind generator. Okay. I need food. I need a place where we can make food. Make the food. And I think that this is a good place to do that. Food, bread oven. We're going to make a shop. Let's make a shop. Now, mind you, I have build videos teaching you how to build exterior, like how to build settlements and outposts and stuff that look nice. Do not expect the same the same treatment in interiors for sure. I am really bad at it. James, it was great to see you. Round of applause for James, everybody. This man right here, first ever official member of the Mad Lads Guild, my first ever channel member, holds a special place in the heart. I'm glad you could make it, buddy. We're so back. We are very, very back. I'm excited to see you. I hope to see you again in the next one and in future ones. We got grain silos, grog machines. We'll get some grog machines up in here too. We'll just have one person that just makes grog and bread all day. That's what our dwarves are gonna live on is grog and bread. And I'll sell the grog to the United Cities. All right. Interior, what do I got here? Do I have partitions and stuff? I do. Do I have storage? Do I have shop counters? I do. Shop counters. All right, fantastic. All right, so I'm going to set up a small shop counter right here, just for shits and giggles. Actually, you know what? I'm going to set it up closer to the center, to the front here. Get a large one. Yeah, but it's metal and it looks like crap. Nah, it's got more space. It's got 8 stackables. Although I doubt many people are going to be coming out this way, so does it really matter? Nah, it's for the immersion. It's fine. It's for the immersion. We do it for the immersions. All right, then I'm going to put it over here, probably. Ah, shit, I don't know. I'm so indecisive. Why am I indecisive? Here's what we'll do. We'll set up multiple shop counters. Is what it is. There. All right. And now I need to make a storage spot for stuff. Bread, grog, etc. Do I have a storage spot for all that? Storage original. Bread baskets. Whoa. Don't I have animated storage up here too? Bread baskets. Yeah, I got ones that maybe look a little bit nicer. They have a bit more going on. All right, so we'll make some bread baskets. Put these in such a way that I can still operate our machinery. And here's what we'll put one diagonal over here. This is the part of Kenshi that I admittedly am not the best. Like I said, I'm not the best at. I am much better at the outsides than the insides, for sure. Now the grog. We're actually not going to... We're going to make the grog here, but we are not going to store it here. Oh, you know what I can do? You know what? I figured it out, actually. This is going to be a place that we go into. I'm going to make this a shop, but I'm going to make it... I'm going to make it a tavern. It's going to be a tavern. So I need to place a couple of these. This is going to be the town tavern, where the dwarves come to do dwarf things. Make a small little walkway to get through right there. That way they can still get in. And then we'll have grog barrels lining the walls when they come in. It's kind of like a... It looks good. It looks good. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. And we'll keep a couple back here too, because it'll, you know, they're all in these packages. Packages, boxes, and bags. My kids have been watching The Grinch like on repeat, so I've got a ton of ridiculous Grinch quotes stuck in my head because my daughter's obsessed with it. There we go. Okay, we need more barrels. That's what I need. I need more barrels. We'll do 3 more on the other side. And then we'll start dropping some tables. And I have enough spare building materials that this is all kind of inconsequential to our setup. But yeah, so you come in, you got that. I'm going to drop a partition on the other side to kind of separate that out. We'll make this like the VIP section over here. Have a better partition or interior wall or anything, or is that the only one that got interior wall? There we go. All right, so yeah, we'll kind of separate this out and turn this into a like a VIP area where this is where the magic happens. Okay, so we're gonna put you there. There. And then we're gonna put these ones up against the wall here. So this whole like section is, you can either go up the stairs towards, you know, whatever is up there, probably another sitting area, or you can go to the VIP. And then I'll also put a bed over here as kind of like a room for, actually, you know, maybe I'll make this a place that has beds. Maybe I'll make like this where the rooms are. No, I like the VIP idea better. Yeah. Okay. We'll confirm that for now. We'll get that stuff built, and then I'll come in here and decorate some more afterwards. Fantastic. All right. Shoot, how's he doing with this? Nothing's been going on because I was in build mode, so. Iron plates, not much happening here. Doesn't look like we're mining anything at the moment. I'm gonna need more dwarves, that's what I need. Who's my fastest dwarf right now? I need someone that has decent strength and decent athletics that can outrun a beak thing. 77 and 100 strength. 84. Okay, so maybe I think I'm gonna have to send you. Lord Stream. Veshu's doing stuff, so he's tied up, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to go on a dwarf run. Same rule as always. This one I definitely do remember. This is my rule with dwarf runs. I'm gonna have to send one golem out with him as well. I'm gonna send Kenshi again because he's got storage space. Shirk your responsibilities and get out of here. All right, so the rule with that I have with these, because I want to make sure that only high quality dwarves get here, I go there, I recruit dwarves to join my armies. What in the actual hell are you guys doing? They're literally taking, no, unacceptable. Get over here and stop taking the stupid way around. Is this bridge not usable to them for some reason? Yeah, the bridge is suddenly unusable. Okay. What's over this way again? Alright, so if we go that way... what the hell? Why is the bridge not usable? What is going on? Damn pathfinding, man. Okay, well, I guess we're doing this in a long way. So they're going to waddle themselves over there. The rule when I recruit people in Kenshi is that once you are recruited, unless you are of particular importance and I want to make sure that I keep you, I will have someone carry you. If not, then you're kind of on your own. And if you can make it to Garzumi Keep, then you are allowed to join the faction. And if not, then you are more than likely beak thing food. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass. This is the first time this has happened where I've had like this bridge not function. I've never had this issue before. But for some reason, they just don't want to use the bridge. They can use the bridge all the way up until like here, and then suddenly they think they can't. They can't, and I'm not really sure why that is. But you know, to each their own, I guess. This boy right here, I'm pretty sure. What's his martial arts stat? I'm pretty sure it's like maxed. Yeah, he's maxed right out. So I may put this hammer on Kenshi instead of you letting him use it. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. He may end up running martial arts for this trip, but okay. Well, Catan is, we can still recruit in Catan, but first things first, we need to find a beak thing nest that we can raid for eggs, and then once we do that, we can sell the aforementioned eggs to get our recruitment money, and then we'll go recruit a bunch of dwarves, and we'll go from there. So let's see if we can find some beak thing nests. go on 2 times speed so I can more easily evade if I have to. We're in the bone land, in the boneyard, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find a nest, but you know, they're around. Just gotta find them. And then we'll grab the eggs and we'll scramble them into yummy food. And by food, I mean money, of course, because that's what we need. We require monies. Sweet, beautiful cats. These elder beak things are... I'm God, I'm gonna have to deal with them at some point. These 2 elder beak things have been wandering around here quite a bit, and they are devastating creatures. Devastating creatures. They're eating skin spiders right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with those at some point, but we're gonna need a larger force to deal with that. It's always fun because I feel like this is the portion of Kenshi when things start to slow down. Early on in Kenshi, I feel like things move super quick, right? Like, recruit here, run here, go here, do this. What the hell? What is happening? They're all wounded, but just sitting around. Okay. I'm not going to question it. We just got to find a nest. That's all we need to do. These 2 should be able to take out a nest without an issue. The 2 of them are strong enough. I don't know if they'd be able to take multiple nests, but they should be able to find a nest and take that nest. Any minute now. We'll turn depth of field off for a minute so I can try and find a nest better. Anything popping up on the map? Paint shop. No, nothing. Maybe along the coastline. I did just take one out a minute ago, so that may be part of it. Like that may have been one of the only ones in the area. But again, we're in the bone field, so like there should be more. There should be more. There's no reason that we shouldn't be able to find more. Let's run along the shoreline here and see if we can find another one. Worst case, we may have to go up a little bit higher into the high bone fields, but we'll see what comes of it. Yeah, building a town can be tedious. The hardest part about building a town isn't even the actual building of it. It's that I feel like once you start building a town, there is, like, I have an issue where once I start building a town, I almost never leave my base anymore, right? Because I've got things going on, I've got production being done, I've got people who are essential to production, I've also got to defend it in the event that, like, raiders come to take it. One upside about the current base is that, like, raiders are not going to be a problem. None of them are getting there, and even if they do, like, I'm not really concerned about that. And I do plan on recruiting a couple of skeletons later on to man the turrets. So that way we can leave and we'll still have, like, skeletons on turrets. Those are the only alternative race that I'm going to recruit, and I'm only recruiting them for the sake of the turrets because I'm going to have them up on the wall, and I don't have to worry about feeding them. Because once you have someone attached to a turret, they tend to not want to eat their food, and they die of starvation because they'd rather, you know, run their turret than actually get down and get some food. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to have much of an issue leaving the base in this one. I'm trying to be careful about leaving the base as much right now, simply because we're still in the building phases, so I got to do things in shifts, right? And some of these guys will not survive the journey, so there's a training aspect as well, that, like, some of them just aren't ready to leave the keep yet. Fuck me, man. Can I find one fucking nest? I just want to find a gutter nest. Come in. I'm genuinely shocked that I haven't found a single nest. Try not to pull aggro on them, but I might. They have stupid ranged devil giraffes. There's so many of them around here. How is there not a nest? Well, you know what? Actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna pop on over to pins. What is the outlook here? What are the guards looking like around here? Pins, what do you got going on? You're locked up. What are the guard stats around here? Mid-30s. But if I attack the slavers, then I'm going to end up having an issue with the UC, and they're my only source of... they're the only ones that I can sell to consistently right now. Because, again, my original plan was I was going to maybe ally with the Holy Nation, right? And then we were going to fight the Shek, ally with the Holy Nation, ignore the UC, or go to war with the UC. The problem is that with the tech hunters now hating me because of whatever the hell I did last year, the only source of trade and economy that I have is the United Cities. If I piss them off, then I can't do any trading, and that's a problem. So I may have to, and I can't piss off the slave traders, because if I do, I'm pretty sure that'll end up causing me issues with the UC. Not in the sense it'll decrease my standing with the UC because of the slave traders, but because when I go into UC settlements, the slave traders will attack me, and me fighting back will result in me having a damaged reputation with the UC. So I have to be really careful about how I do this, and I'm just not sure what the best option here is. But I may... Here's an idea, actually. Well, I need money first. The whole reason I came out here in the first place was for recruiting, in which case I need money first. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Rebel farmers. There's an idea. I don't have... And slave traders. Okay, well, they're not going to be rebel farmers for long, that's for sure. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing. I clearly don't know anymore. It's too dark for me to go in there right now. I need to wait till daytime. I can't see a thing. It's not gonna be fun for me. It's not gonna be fun for you guys. Who's attacking who? Rebel farmers. Oh yeah. Alright, combat practice. I say practice. This is an absolute slaughter fest, is what it's going to be. He was working his two-hand, and his heavy skill is bad, so I'm actually going to have him run over real fast. And... trade. Give him the hammer. Alright, do your thing. He's a master martial artist. He should be fine. Yeah, just kicking limbs off. Nothing screams woo lad like a small boy roundhouse kicking people that are like 1.5 feet, 2 feet taller than him. This is temporary. Obviously, eventually he's going to go back to the mallet because I don't want to use martial arts on him long term. But his heavy weapon skill is kind of crap right now. Hopefully, these slave traders don't make things difficult. I just had another thought too. All right. We're going to pop back over here. Bread ovens should be a go. We need straw, flour, and water. How are we... Where's our water coming from? Do I have... Oh, it rains. It rains fucking constantly here. That's what it is. I think I have water collection that I need to get. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, there is a pacifier for the slavers. I need to see if there's a pacifier for the tech hunters too, because I really bungled that one. I need to fix that immediately. Theoretically, I could do an import and reset my relations, but I feel like that might be a little cheaty. So I'm probably not going to do that. The most that I usually do when I do an import is I reset dead NPCs for the sake of like bringing back the fishmen. So we have something to fight or grind on, or anything like that. But even that I don't really like doing. Importing is mostly for stability reasons, so I'm trying to avoid doing that. But we'll see. I'm going to see if there's a tech hunter pacifier I can use. That's the first step, is pacifying them. All right. I need water. That's what I need. I need a water collection tank. There should be a water bucket that I can drop. Water tower, water tank, rain collector. Yes. It rains constantly on the Fishman Isles. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Sometimes you just got to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna. It rains constantly over here, so I'm actually gonna drop some. Oh, I need iron plates. All right, well I'll figure it out. I'm gonna drop some of these over here, and once these are built, we'll be able to use these because, again, it rains pretty much constantly here. And so those will fill up very quickly. And then we'll drop a water tower over here as well. There's the silo. We'll drop a water tower right here. There we go. All right, and I'm going to need a shit ton of iron plates for that. So you two working on build materials all the time. What is it, Truth and Ridley? You guys are now mining iron. Hop 2. There's a third person over here. Grimdark over here doing that. He's not doing anything. Yeah, man. Dwarves are back. Glad to see you. Glad you're here. Excited to have you. Yeah, no, largest stream turnout yet. Right now we're at 52 concurrent viewers, most viewers I've ever had on stream. I'm beyond elated. Yeah, huge stuff. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Really, really excited. I hope that everyone's enjoying. All right, let's search some of these bodies. Get some food, not for bring back to the keep, but just for the sake of don't drop that shit. I don't need it. This dude eats raw meat, so we're gonna need some more of that. All right. Now continue our hunt for gutter eggs. It's a bull. Whoa, that is a lot of wolves. That is too many wolves. That will end in disaster. I'm gonna let these boys deal with that nonsense. Try to avoid that. Absolutely not. That is way too many wolves. I have what is it? My NPC squad sizes all increased to like 2.5, so they're 2.5 times larger than they are in vanilla, in like normal base game Kenshi. So I did it for difficulty reasons. I want the combat when I go to war, I want it to feel like a war. Downside is you get packs of roaming beasts, and it's a lot of them. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the lore videos. I have some more coming soon. I've been writing a lot more what if videos recently, just because Kenshi lore is so difficult to put together sometimes, because it's a really hard. There's a lot of research involved. It's tough sometimes to put together some of the lore content. So I've been focusing a lot more on what if content recently. I have another video coming out soon where I'll talk about the hypothetical of what's going to happen if the Shet Kingdom wins. I did a video talking about what happens if the rebel farmers win, what that looks like. Same thing. I'm going to do another video talking about what if the Shet Kingdom wins. Probably do one, what if the UC wins, what if the Holy Nation wins, what that looks like, and a few other, hypothetical what ifs, a little bit more wild ones as well. But I'm working on those right now. and hopefully we'll have those out soon. Just because, again, some of the lore in Kenshi is just so damn difficult to put together. It takes a lot of time, you know, to piece together all the evidence. Like my Reavers video, I spent weeks on that, putting that one together, trying to put together the story and looking at all the evidence and examining everything from every angle, trying to make sure that I don't mess anything up. And, you know, sometimes I do. Sometimes I get things wrong. But I try my best to get as much, you know, plausible as possible. Every so often I'll get a detail wrong, or I'll get like something regarding like game mechanics or something like that wrong. Or I'll miss something in the lore that maybe like somebody else found, like one particular line of dialogue or like a weird interaction. But I really try to be thorough to make sure that I don't do that as much. I'm human. I'm also only one person, so like sometimes people just see things from a different angle that maybe I don't. But I do try my best to make them reasonable, plausible, and digestible. And if I get them wrong, I get them wrong. You know, it happens. But oh, those are bone dogs. I thought that was shit. I thought that was oh no, I thought it was debris. It wasn't debris. Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing some training in the Fog Islands here eventually. Once I can get you know, get back over there and get all set up. Is that Garo trying to attack me? It is trying to attack me. Why? Oh, they do. Some of them do. Some of them absolutely do. Some people get really mad if I mess one thing up. But that's, you know, that's what it comes with when you're not just a content creator, but when you make... people are really passionate about game lore, so that's one thing. And then in addition to that, because as far as I know, I'm the largest Kenshi lore YouTuber. You know, there are people who have done Kenshi lore, like Civilization X and all that stuff. He does lore on Kenshi, but I'm the one that's largest that is strictly Kenshi. Like, that's what I do. I don't really talk about other game lores too much. That's, like, the base of my channel. And I also have the most extensive collection. So people hold me to a pretty high standard of making sure that everything is right. And when I screw up, let me tell you, they tell me all about it. But that's okay. As they should, you know. People got to keep me on my toes. I would prefer if they did it, you know, respectfully, but some people get really passionate, and that's okay. Market? What kind of market? The important thing about when you mess up is to correct it, whether it be by correcting the information or just owning it. And again, I'm human and I'm one person. Sometimes I fuck up, you know. I try my best, but I don't have like a team of people to double check and review my work and make sure that everything's there and that everything lines up perfectly. I'm one guy trying to dig upon what is happening over here. Some kind of combat scenario that we're rolling in on. Oh, these are red sabers attacking slave traders. What are the stat differences between the two? Oh yeah, these dudes are gonna get absolutely wrecked. Yeah, I'm really stoked about Kenshi 2. I'm definitely the day Kenshi 2 comes out, my ass is streaming it, hands down. Very excited. I'll be streaming it for days, for days. I'm gonna be streaming it day one. Probably all day, to be honest with you. I'll take time off work if I have to. I'll stream it all day. So definitely looking forward to that. Okay, so we're here at this market of sorts. This slave market. Is there a bar here that I can lounge in? Yeah, there is. There's one. Is there anybody in there that I can hire? Maybe. Yeah, no, they're still in here fighting. Wow, there was a lot of them too. These red sabers. Interesting. Gear. Yeah, we're gonna put a bandana on you. It'll be fun. And we'll give you some light leather armor. I don't think you necessarily need it right now, but because you're kind of a Chad lad, but we'll give you armor nonetheless. All right. So, is there anybody to recruit here? It doesn't look like it. No humans anyway, because again we're dwarves and we don't recruit the non-humans because we can't. I don't want. We can't. The Shek are our darkspawn, and what is it? Hivers are just they're not dwarf material. They're not dwarf material. Unless it's Beep. We might still recruit Beep. Who knows? Right now we're on a perilous journey of self-discovery. Not actually self-discovery. I'm looking for a goddamn gutter egg. We found that one nest, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be a great way to make money, and now I can't find any more. Wildly frustrating. Will we find a gutter egg? Who knows? Or at least, you know, some enemies to drop more red sabers over there. You know what, let's test our metal against the red sabers. Double check that. Okay. Hopefully we got some rain piled up and we'll be able to start bread production soon, because that's going to be a game changer. We won't have to worry about food anymore, and we won't have to kill crabs in order to get food, which is kind of a big deal, because right now we have to kill crabs to get food, and that's friggin' annoying. Anyone wondering about his stats? This is the only one of this character that I'm recruiting, but the extreme here is from the Juggernaut. So he's stronger, he's faster, he has a higher regeneration rate. I am only recruiting one of them. It was voted on in one of the earlier streams. I asked everybody if they thought I should recruit him. They said yes. I originally wasn't going to, but you know, they really twisted my arm on that one. So you know, here we are. But we can get some weapons we can sell off these guys. I'm not going to grab these shitty ones, but if it's, you know, Mark 1 or low, you know, anything higher than rust quality, I'll take. It's only 700 something, I'll take it. Unless there's some better ones around here. Yeah. Yeah, so I think if I'm going to end up going all the way up there, I'm not going to bother trying to steal from the UC because there's too many complications that can come from that. I'll probably end up just going straight to the gut and getting from the source. The Americans, we Americanos are hoarding gutter eggs. It's actually the main export in our economy. Gutter eggs. What I will do... Oh shit, that is a nice set of... Ooh. Take that. Heal himself up a bit. Yeah, nice slow procedural healing. Look at that armor. Look at this chunky lad. What a beast. I'm gonna pop back over here and see how they're doing. You guys must have... Why are we not producing more iron, guys? Come in! I'm gonna have you making iron. Wheat farm, grain silo, biofuel distillery. That's good, but that's not what I think we should be focusing on right there. And then I'm also gonna have you doing that. So you guys need to get over there and get to work. Do you have anything in your inventory? He does. He's with straw drop that shit. Hat. Give him his hat back. Eventually I'm gonna have to come up with a uniform for these guys. Something like a proper uniform. I was originally leaning towards something else, but now that I have the vanilla armors expanded mod on, I'm really liking these rag armors. I might end up going with that. Yeah, it's good. It's good. How are we looking for food here? Not great. Not great. We're going to run low on food very soon. That is for sure. All right. Let's head back over here, see how these two are doing. I should have given Stream here robotics robotics repair kit, because Kenji's not going to heal on his own. He's going to start looking rough eventually if we're not careful. He says, "We've got the best gutter eggs. We've got so many eggs. We've got the absolute best eggs. Okay, they're coming for us. The United Cities, they're coming for us. They're gonna cross the border and they're gonna come take our gutter eggs. And that's why we of the Dwarven Empire are instituting Operation Tiny Heads to reclaim the gutter eggs and protect American infrastructure. I mean, Dwarven infrastructure." Went to the hivers. They said, "Wow, I've never seen such gutter eggs. Absolutely tremendous, the tremendous best, beautiful things. Beautiful gutter eggs. Really are beautiful people. The hivers, beautiful people." Hell yeah, man! I love my Trump impression. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's super funny. You know who doesn't love it? My wife. Absolutely hates it. She thinks it's the worst thing that I do. She kicks me out of the room every time I do it. Absolutely hates it. Okay, so wow, they got some good food here. Shit. Maybe I should attack them. I won't. No, that's stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't give in to your basic urges. Don't do it. All right, I got 9,000. I should be able to use this to get a couple of slaves here, and then recruit them towards my cause. All right. Do any of these have semi-decent starting stats? Got Taco. We've got Scabbard. Lynx. They're not terrible, but fuck it. We'll see. We'll hire a bunch of them. We'll get a bunch of them, and then see which ones manage to make it back to the base, and which ones don't. I am gonna end up having to do runs with them to turn them into dwarves at some point at a plastic surgeon, but that's after the fact. They'll be on a preliminary basis. These are going to be temporary recruits until they prove themselves worthy of having a kneecap surgery to become dwarves, at which point we will promptly remove their shins, only after they kill Fitty Men, but we'll remove their shins and they will become one of us. One of us. One of us. All right. All right, it looks like of the five that I bought, only 3 of them showed up. Oh no, they're all there. There's some of them are not showing up in my. There they are. Okay, yeah, they're there. They're there. All right, so I'm gonna make a travel squad. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a squad that's specifically for traveling, so that way, when folks are out doing stuff, I'll put them in the travel squad so they're kind of together, and then we'll go from there. All right, so these guys right here. No, I don't put them in the peeler. No, we put oh shit, this guy's basically already a dwarf. He just needs some meat on his bones. Fantastic. Okay, so we got one that's basically already a dwarf, but the rest of these guys are going to have to be kneecapped for sure. We're going to have to bring them to Dr. Calgary. If anyone gets that reference, you're fantastic. Yeah, so that's what we're going to have to do on that. Wow, these guys are really having issues with... Are these all red sabers? Who are they attacking? Who is this? What is happening? Ooh, blood spiders. Never mind. Wow, this is a really shitty camp. They keep getting attacked. They're being mauled. Alright, well, I need some labor, so these guys are coming with me. I'm going to keep them all chained up for now. I am going to have him pick... Which is the one that is basically a dwarf already? Is it Taco? It's a good old Taco. It is good old Taco. All right, so Taco's getting picked up. He's basically already a dwarf, so he's getting picked up. The rest of you guys, if you guys can make it back to the base in one piece, then you will be allowed to join us. But that requires you to, again, get back to the base in one piece. So that's the trick now. We'll see how that goes. Especially since we're moving at such slow speed right now. We're moving at 9 miles an hour compared to our usual pace, which is, suffice to say, significantly faster. If in the event that we get attacked, I will try my best to defend them. But if things get too rough, I'm going to have Kenshi and Stream just bail out. They're going to bail out. And then whoever makes it, makes it. They will be healed. They will be fed. But it's kind of trial by fire. You know, you want to be a dwarf, then you gotta work your way to it, you know? You gotta work your way to that. I'm gonna speed it up to 3 times because they're moving too damn slow for me. Talk about the Ashlands. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. We'll be marching marching our dwarven bowies to the Ashlands, but not currently. I wouldn't say I'm heartless. That's not what it is. It's that I need quality recruits. Okay, I need quality dwarves. And being a dwarf is hardship. It's about enduring. Okay, I need them to be hard as stone. And in order to make sure that I am recruiting top quality, hard as stone dwarves that are going to, you know, fulfill their purpose, there's got to be a trial by fire. And the trial by fire is that you have to make it through the bone fields to Garzumi Keep. Ow, that was my elbow. To Garzumi Keep. You know, if you can make it there, then you will be welcome. You know, taken in with open arms. You'll be healed. You'll be fed. You'll be clothed. You'll be trained. And if not, you'll be food. You know, I only want the best. I only want the best. I'm going to save it because crashes happen. Yeah, no, I just want the best. I want the best for my boys, for my dwarven boys. You see that off in the distance, the keep over there? That's where we're headed. That's the destination. And they can see it, and they're dreaming of the better life that they'll have in the safety of the walls of Garzumi Keep. Again, they'll be food, you know. But trial by fire. Trial by fire. Yep, bone dogs. There we go. All right, so Kenshi, you're on taunt. Hold him off. Try our best. Kenshi can hold him off. Oh, we got one beak thing. All right, we'll send stream after him. You guys. All right, here we go. Trial by fire it is. So the 3 of you. I'll be nice and let you guys swim out. How about that? Let you guys swim over. Stream is fighting beak things. Wow. Okay, so they're fighting a couple of beak things. And dogs. Lots of dogs. We're going to take some food back as well. Actually, I don't think I need the leather right now. I was gonna bring the leather. I instinctively grabbed it, but truth be told, I don't think I need it. I'd rather have the food that I can use to feed everybody once I get back. We are looking good. Fantastic. Okay, so these guys are going to meet up with the rest of them. There. What is the condition of them? It looks like they are actively being chased. Try our best to do diversion. Send you guys over here. Oh, nice. They intercepted by a beak thing. Kenshi, are you moving slow? Oh, yeah, he's moving real slow. Okay, Lynx is down, Scabbard's down, Bone down. Oh yeah, they are in rough shape. Swimming was not a good idea. Swimming was not a good idea. I tried. I did try. Okay, maybe I can save 1 or 2 of them. Mistakes have been made. Doesn't have a med kit. Does not have a med kit. Okay. Yep. They're kind of SOL. Okay. Scabbard's dead. Bars didn't make it. Yeah, okay. Link's still alive. He's still alive. For now. Lost the... Not the whole crop. Not the whole crop. We did get Taco. Ridiculous name. But we got him. We did get Taco. So he's there. And then Lynx is still moving. We may be able to go get him. Nope, he's definitely not going to make it. For sure. But we did get Taco. Okay, so to be honest, not bad. To be honest, not bad. In the past, I have, for anybody that's watched some of the earlier episodes, I've literally hired like 5 or 6 people before and had none of them make it back. So honestly, not bad. I'll count this as a win. We made it. We're there, baby. We're there. Getting one solid dwarf is good enough for me. Good enough for me. The foolish thing that I did was not giving Stream here a robotics kit. That was my real fuck up. But I am going to rectify that here right now once traveling Stream gets back because I'm going to send him. I'm going to send out the king with, or I'm gonna send Stream back out with a robotics kit to heal him up so he can get back here and get some stuff done. Okay. Bars has been eaten alive. Most unfortunate. Alright, I need trade with you. It's got 3. Fantastic. Repairs. Alright, I'm going to send him back out here. Yeah, Lynx is going to bleed out in the ocean. Terrible. Terrible stuff. It's always terrible when that happens. He's swimming again for reasons that I genuinely don't know. I need to figure out what the hell's going on with this bridge. So look at that. They refuse to use this portion of the bridge, but they will swim back over, climb up on this bridge, and run the rest of the way. But this portion is not working for some reason today. Not really sure what the issue is there. My God, my office is roasting, man. I'm sweating me gibbles off. Probably the nerves. Streaming is a very nerve-wracking thing for me still, so probably just all nerved out. But thank you. He's a Chad. He is Chad lad. Get him all repaired up. And then, honestly, again, I'll take it as a win. We're going to get him fed, that's for sure. We need some food for him. Do we have any food? We do not have any food yet. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Yeah, we got to get him fed, and we're going to get him trained up, and he's going to be an absolute unit. We're gonna get him all sorted. But first things first, we need to repair our guys. I probably should have sent... You know what? I'll send him out here too. He should be able to get here in a reasonable amount of time. Scabbard. Yeah, he's gone. Didn't make it. Didn't make it. No. I don't want to risk it. Well, I mean, they didn't make it, so they didn't pass the test. So you know, I'm sure they would disagree, but that's just because they weren't worthy of becoming dwarves. That's all. They were not worthy. All right, now that they can move at full speed again, we'll get you guys back out here. What we need to do is get get iron plates done so we can start gathering this rain up and using that to make bread. Then we will have a consistent source of food. That's going to be quintessential. Do I have an iron plates storage? I don't think I do. That's stupid. Why don't I have an iron plate storage? That's mighty stupid of me. Iron plates, iron plates. Iron plates. Oh, shit. Right. That would be why. Okay. Alright, well, we'll make a temporary one right here. Until later when I can build up the base of it. How are we doing on research? Still have many hours of research to be done. How are you two doing? Headed back to the keep. Headed back to the keep. Good, glad. That's what we do here. The whole point of this is to be entertaining, so I'm glad you guys are finding it entertaining. That is the goal. How are we looking for wheat straw, for straw flour? We should have a lot. I feel like we should have a lot at this point. Where are we storing that shit? That's the other question. Because this is all wheat straw. Do I have a spot where am I storing this stuff? No. Not really sure. Alright, we gotta get some iron plates being produced ASAP. Because once we do, we can get this water being made, and that is the important part. Because once we have water, we can make bread. Once we can make bread, we can consistently feed everybody, and then I don't have to worry nearly as much about what's going on back at the keep because everyone will be fed, and I can start sending out expeditionary forces for training. Because I don't think anyone's attacking me out here. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. No one's gonna get out here. But I can start sending out expeditionary forces to do some recruiting. I can get some skeletons over here to start manning our turrets, our crossbows, and all that stuff. And I could start actually, putting together an army and building, all that stuff. We'll work on the interior a bit more as well. We have some tables. I don't think we have tables yet. Nope, no tables yet. Noted. Alright, well, that's something we'll have to work for. I'm going to have to make some prisoner cages as well, if I don't already have some, for forcible recruiting. I have to put together a prison. I have so many things I have to put together. The barracks right now has 2 beds. What am I missing on this? Fabrics. So I need to start making fabrics. Yeah, no, it's good. I'm thinking I'm going to have to raid more tech hunters. That really is the case. I'm thinking I'm going to have to send out my golems. I'm going to move you guys out of the tech squad. I'm thinking I'm going to have to send out the golems to raid another tech hunter base, and I'm going to have to just rip the place apart and gather materials that way. Morn's not a good idea. Is there a tech hunter outpost around here that I can raid, mayhaps? I'm sure there is somewhere. Which way station did I attack? That's the real question. That's the real question I have. I can go to this one right here. Yeah, okay, so at some point here in the near future, my ass has to go right here. And that's where I will get, I'm going to raid out that way station. The tech hunters are already pissed at me. I might as well run with it. And here we are collecting numerous amounts of water. This is going to be really good for making bread. We're going to need We're going to need that, especially since we don't have to really worry about our fields ever growing, like getting low on water because it rains, and because it's raining, they'll constantly be full. So all of the water production that we have is going to go straight to making bread. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the way we do things. And just so happens that we happen to have. Oh, yeah. Let's get this boy out of here. Rescue medic goes his priorities as well. Not rescue, just medic. Okay, so first things first, we need to put any of this material, any of this stuff that we have in here. So start making food. So we're going to start making some fried meat because we need to feed everybody in the interim, but we're about to start production of bread and whatnot, which is going to be huge. Going to be huge. We just got to get a few more things running. Once this guy's fed, we should be able to start. So this gentleman here, Taco here, is going to be our designated chef. He's going to be our cook. But we need him to eat first. That's going to be step one. But this boy is going to be producing food for us 4 days. And we're going to end up having to recruit a few more that are going to be doing the same thing. But I built on... or are you talking about... you might be talking about... obviously, I built in the Fishman Isles. I think at this point, it's pretty evident I built in the Fishman Isles. I should probably go back and double-check these locations to see if they have any more stuff in them. I may be missed. So he's been fed, which is good. So now we can start production, which is huge. Self-sufficiency is incredibly important. It is the most important part of building any empire. Being able to produce your own food. So there we go. All right, and we are officially producing our own food. Yeah, making bread. So we're going to get these ovens running at all times. So we're going to have both of those ovens running at all times. We have enough straw flour that's been produced where we should be fine on that, at least for right now. Although I have no idea where the hell I was storing it because, yeah, not really sure on that. Okay, so we have enough straw flour, we have enough stuff producing straw flour that we can start moving things over here. We have 2 bread ovens that should be consistently producing bread, and the 30 nutrients is obviously much, much better than the 5 that we were getting from all the crab meat that we were securing. So we no longer really have a need to hunt crabs, which is great. That should secure us, you know, moving forward. In terms of food and whatnot, so. Really good stuff. Food production is important. Now what we need to do is have this man here collect that bread. Get that bread and start storing it. Lord Stream is easily our he pretty much he does all the foraging and the stuff related to food. So he moves things around into storage. He cooks food. He, you know, all that stuff. Eventually, I want to be able to get rid of these goddamn campfires. They're kind of just making the place look like crap. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Yeah, we're gonna be able to get rid of these campfires pretty soon, hopefully. We need to produce more iron. So we've got three water collection units going. These will pretty much have 10 water in them at all times. farms. I mean, this place is constantly raining. We should have 10 water at all times in all 4 of them. We'll start loading this up. We'll be able to max out the capacity of the water tower, and we'll have infinite water. We have enough fields growing that we will always have someone farming, which is huge. Great stuff there. And we'll always have a high production yield of wheat straw, which is really good. We have enough wheat straw that we can actually start upgrading these as well. So I'm actually going to start systematically upping these to medium farms. And it's cool because even if we use up our current stockpile of wheat straw, it won't. It is, in fact, a dwarf fortress. It is. It is a dwarf fortress by the name of the Garzumi Keep, named after one of the valiant dwarves who gave their lives to liberate the Fishman Isles during its initial conquest. Yes. It is a dwarf fortress. Teehee. We have enough wheat straw, too, that we can upgrade all of these. And even if we were to exhaust our full stockpile of wheat straw, it won't matter because we have we have enough growing that it will be done in like 10 seconds. We'll be able to upgrade again in 10 seconds. So these are medium. Increase our yield. More yield means more bread. More bread means more, less we have to worry about. Excuse me. All right, so all right, let's keep on upgrading since we clearly have the wheat straw to do it. I don't want to completely blow through my stockpile, but I also would love to have these get upgraded right quick. And then be able to produce maximum yields. I may end up having to make another grain silo to produce. So I need to get Dune a backpack that he can use, like a thieves backpack that he can use to carry wheat straw. Where is he bringing this stuff? That's my question. I want to know where he's bringing it because I've been producing straw flour for a while, and I don't think I actually know what the hell he's doing with it. Let's see where this guy runs off to. Oh, I already had bread ovens and stuff. Wow, look at that. Okay. All right, well, these are my inner keep bread ovens. That's all it is. Yeah, okay, I have a ton of straw flour. Good to know. Good to know. I apologize if you guys hear any creaking and stuff on my mic, my floors. I'm currently on the, I live at a split level. I'm currently in the basement, and so the floors above me creak when people walk around. It's, joys. But, so apologies if that picks up. I'd say we're probably going to run for another 20 minutes, half an hour or so, and then we'll wrap it up for the evening. But we're gonna keep going for just a little while longer. I usually end around the 3.5 hour mark, so we'll see how much we can get going. Yeah, get these done. After this next harvest, I think I'm gonna upgrade the rest of these. I should have enough to do it without any issue whatsoever. We should be absolutely fucking set for bread. Yeah, we're producing some bread. Cool. Nope, no cactuses. I'm running purely on wheat straw. Basically our primary food is going to be bread. I might end up making cactuses later and using them for dust witch sandwiches and whatnot, but at the moment I'm running purely on wheat straw. Wheat straw will act as our source of food. It will act as our source of fuel as well, because I'm going to be breaking that down into fuel in the biofuels and whatnot, making the fuel out of it. Good timing too with the bread because these guys were starting to get hungry. So we're gonna have plenty of food stores, plenty of bread stores, but bread is definitely the way to go. So all right, we have plenty of fuel now, which is cool. So we could start making generators. I believe we should be able to start making generators. Do I have them researched yet? Yes, generators. Okay, so we can start dropping generators and using these to power the base, and then we can get rid of some of the less efficient forms of power that we're using. That being the wind generators, because even though there's constant rain on the Fishman Isles, the wind is not always great. So we need copper and iron plates. That's fine. I don't know how much copper we have, but we do have iron plates. How much energy does it produce? 40. All right, so we'll drop 3 and go from there. We don't have... Yeah, see, these guys, they're working at 14% capacity. Like, it really slows down the means of production when... like, I can't do it. I can't do anything with 14 power. It's really not helpful anymore. And so, yeah, I mean, we have all these farms, and they're all producing, and they're all going to be maxed out to the highest level. They're all going to be, soon they're going to be XL farms. They're going to be producing like 100 plus plants, almost 100 plants each. And my farmers, as their stats go up, they're going to continue to become better at harvesting, so we'll fumble less of them. And I mean, we're gonna be drowning in wheat straw, which will give us more than enough to produce everything we need. More than enough we need to produce everything. What I need is copper, and copper is not something I actively have, and I don't think there's any on the island. Once my guys are fed and whatnot and healed up a bit, I am going to send... Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you around here. Door's open. Okay. Get out of there. I don't need you. I'm going to send you off back to these villages. I'm going to see if there's anything that I missed over here after the war with the fishmen. I'm going to send him back over. Truly a bloody conflict. I don't know if anybody, some of the OGs from last year when I started this series will probably remember, but the war with the fishmen was our first major Hello. Oh my God, there are fishmen over here. I thought we eradicated them, and I'm very confused. I did not. I didn't import dead NPCs. How are there fishmen over here? Okay, well, this is not acceptable. You pause right here. We're gonna have to send the boys over. Not all of them. I need at least one of them here to defend the base. I'm going to send over... We'll send the golem over. And... Okay, yep, stream has engaged. He has, in fact, engaged the enemy. I'm going to have to send Kenshi over. Fuck it, I'm going to send all 3 of them over. I was going to send Vashu over as well, but I am concerned that his hunger is too low, so his stats are depreciated out. His strength is crap because his hunger is too low. If he was a little bit more fed, I would probably send him over too, but I don't think I can reliably trust that he won't get truly beaten on. As it stands, Stream will probably be able to hold his own long enough for them to arrive, but he is severely outnumbered. I need him to kite around for a minute until the others can get here, until the golems can get here. Yeah, draw them into a circle. There we go. You three get over here ASAP. Please, 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 please. Stream's going to hold them off long enough. As long as he can. At one point during the conflict, the bodies were piled up so high I quite literally could almost crawl over the wall. And that's not me joking. They were piled up in here. There was hundreds of dead bodies from these fishmen. I mean, there was so many. Luckily, Streamer has full martial arts. He should be able to hold his own against them. Downside is I have a mod that increases the number of combat slots, so it's not just one-on-one fights. Like, there are multiple people that'll attack at once, so he will get hit, but he is durable and should be able to survive until the golems get here. Yeah. They are almost here. Yeah. These guys have rotten meat, right? Nothing good. Alright, reinforcements are coming in. Stream's held his own for long enough. Reinforcements are coming in. I can't believe these guys are still here. I genuinely thought they were dead. I thought we wiped out this island entirely. But I guess not. So, alright, these guys will clean the house down. Yeah, so you see how they're massacring right now? It was so bad that at several points, all three of the golems had gone down. I mean, it was bananas. I can think of very few instances in my time playing Kenshi where I've had a combat that was that intense. That it was crazy. It was crazy. Would recommend. Going back and checking those out. Woo! Oh yeah. Let there be no survivors. I want these filthy things removed from my lands. I actually had to get a mod to turn off the fly sound because there were so many bodies. At one point, the flies were so loud because there were so many of them that you literally couldn't hear me talking. It was actually quite a problem. This village in particular, this is where the namesake of our base, Garzumi, was tragically defeated. Holding the line, he was unfortunately taken by them, and we were unable to perform proper rescue efforts in time due to the losses that we had accrued in the earlier parts of the campaign against the fishmen, and yeah, we lost Garzumi. We did. Gone but not forgotten. He lives on in our hearts and in the names of our base. There are decent equipment here. Nothing I'm particularly looking for. What I am looking for is stuff out of. Where is he running to? I think he's just... Yeah, they're just killing everything. Okay. Well, that bodes well for our trip to the keep, then. It was intense. I was genuinely scared that our run was going to end right there. I mean, it was tough. I truly believed that there was a good chance our run was going to end right there. It doesn't look like here is much better. It is as bad. I don't think there's any more in here. I'm pretty sure I did successfully clear this place out. I don't know why the hell they respawn over there, but in the event that there are more in here, which there very well might be, let's go up and check. Yeah, okay, there are some in here. Is the friggin' gurgler kicking around again? Because I definitely killed him, and I don't remember importing. No, the fishmen just decided that they weren't dead. Okay, well, that's something. Well, we're going to have to wipe them out a second time. At least this time it won't be nearly as bad. Not as horrific. But, all right, well, maybe that means some of the loot's here again. I'm genuinely confused as to how that happened because I didn't import... I mean, I imported, but I didn't bring back that NPC. So obviously, the Gurgler King is gone, right? Like, that's... I don't know. I don't know. I didn't either. I mean, it sounds terrible, but I really didn't either. I genuinely thought that it was going to be endgame for us. Like it was monstrous. You know, we suffered some losses. Garzumi wasn't the only one that died. We did lose a couple of other ones early on, but I mean, like we lost I think 3 or 4 dwarves during the whole conflict as a total, which was crazy enough as it is. But there were several points when we had Lord Stream here was tied up, and they were about to feast time. We had several points where all 3 of the golems went down. There was points when King Bashu had been taken, and we had to mount multiple rescue orders, you know, initiatives to bring him back. I mean, it was something. Yeah, they're just cleaning house. Okay, I think they're all dead. Actually, that was fast. Yeah, there it is. We got mounted corpses. So again, you see how quickly they're tearing through these fishmen. Imagine how many of them there must have been to lead to such a catastrophic campaign against them. .360-degree combat for probably upwards of 3 or 4 hours. I mean, it was a 2-part stream against the fishmen, and I'm pretty sure that when all is said and done, it was like 4 hours of 360-degree combat. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. We'll let the golems clean house. We're going to raid this place to see if there's anything else that we can use, any equipment or research material, mostly fish. It's going to be great. Excuse me. Engineering research, could definitely use that. Put this backpack back on. Any other containers, canisters? I just want to make sure we got everything. I think it's all fish in these barrels. Oh, no, look at that. Okay, we need 7 more of those, 6 more of those. 5 more of those. 4 more of those? I don't know. We need more of those. I can do math. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. A lot of fish. A lot of fish. Good to know. I'll keep those in there. That way if I ever need... for whatever reason, if the bread isn't being produced, I can come back here and get some fish. But I'm mostly here for good stuff. Yeah, no, I can see that. I'm gonna take this. I'm not gonna use it, but I'm not gonna use it on him anyway. But I am gonna take it because some of these weapons can be given to some of the other dwarves in the compound. Yeah, good stuff in here. Yeah. Boxes, crates, these tiny, strong boxes here. Yeah, all right, let's see. Oh, sweet buttery Jesus, we got another AI core. Oh my God. Oof, what a find. 2 AI cores. Huh. He wasn't kidding. He said these can be a great source of loot. I said, I believe you. Dwarven spear. Oh my God. This is bananas. This is bananas. I think only the king can get into those ones. Into the ancient safes. I don't think anybody else is going to be able to get into these. 3 friggin' AI cores. Oh my god, that's fucking nuts, man. There may even be more in these ancient safes, but unfortunately, this stream's lockpicking skill is not good enough for it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so Vashu could get in there, but stream can't, which is fine. I can send him up here a different time. Oh my god, 3 fucking AI cores. Oh my god, I'm drowning in engineering research. This was everything I needed right here. Oh boy. Literally everything I needed. We're gonna be able to get so much research done. Alright, so they're headed back over here now. At the speed of sound. That is easily the most fantastic loot that I've ever found in one location. 3 friggin' AI cores, 2 engineering researches, and like 10 or 11 ancient science books. My god. I may end up doing that. I may end up doing like a narrative version of the dwarf story. Maybe I'll do it once it's done. You know, like closer to the end of it. Oh god, this lone fishman is trying to assault my base. Put him down. I can't believe we got a dwarven spear. That's pretty badass. Close that door. Let the dwarves deal with them. That's crazy. That's crazy. Absolute lunacy. One fishman is in here? That's ridiculous. Keep on kicking his ass. That's nuts. I feel like it's not that. That's wild. That's wild. What a stack, man. Wild. Okay. Rack researcher. I don't have electrical components. I'm gonna have to. I don't know what the Tale of Rat Shit Randy is. I'm gonna have to look up what that is because that sounds ludicrous. Fun fact for many people who may not know this channel originally started many moons ago, like years and years ago. It was not a it wasn't even a gaming channel. My channel was originally I did narrations. I did narrations for audiobooks and old like Reddit stories and like D&D stories and stuff like that. And I ended up eventually shifting over to game reviewing. And then I did a review for Kenshi. And then in the review, I brought up like the lore of Kenshi, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna talk about the lore of Kenshi a little bit. And I posted the complete story, like my first Empire video, and it blew up. And so I made a second one, and slowly but surely I ended up becoming a Kenshi YouTuber by like complete accident. Taco, get back here. Get back here, Taco. Alright, for you, good buddy, we're going to give you a dwarven spear. And then the rest of you are going to over here. That's crazy. I don't think I'm ever going to need any more AI cores. I'm pretty sure I've just like stacked out on AI cores. I think I'm complete. That's wild. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I've achieved the pinnacle of success with the AI cores. That's nuts. I can definitely get to tech level 5 now. That's for sure. So, Vashu's over here being a medic, like a good boy. Got to heal everybody up, and then he's gonna have to get back to research. There we go. Fish in there. Good, good, good. Okay, we should have enough time, enough harvests that have gone by that we should be able to start upgrading the rest of our farms to large now. If people wanted to send me their Kenshi stories, you know, and they're good and compelling and interesting, I would wholeheartedly narrate them. And depending on the complexity of it, I may even try to like put together scenes to go with them, you know? Something that I've been thinking about doing recently, and I'd like to get everyone's feedback on. I'm thinking about putting together a Discord for channel members, where we can, you know, chat, we can hang out, we can, you know, play games together, we can talk. People can send me stories, people can, you know, talk to me about video ideas, but just a place where like, you know, like channel members and people that are, you know, supporting the channel in that way would be able to maybe get more FaceTime with me and be able to interact with and kind of feed the direction of the channel in a way, you know, give me their ideas and that kind of stuff. Just something to kind of sweeten the pot, because right now, you know, my channel memberships, they're $2 a month. I don't want it to be any more expensive than that. I think $2 is perfectly fine. I don't want to have multiple tiers or anything like that, but you get, you know, a shout out in the beginning of my videos, and I try to, and I name my dwarves and stuff after you guys. But I do want to do more, because I want that $2 investment to really be its money's worth. I don't want to charge like an exorbitant amount or anything like that, or have like multiple tiers where, you know, anything like that. I want a small, like, monetary incentive to, you know, help support the channel, but like I want you to really get your money's worth. So I've been thinking about starting up a Discord for channel members, and that would be a cool place to collect those stories from, if people have them, and stuff like that as well. So maybe something I'll look into a little bit more as well, for sure. That'd be cool. That would be cool. But I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on it, since you know, I have you all here right now. This wheat straw production rolling. What is our wheat straw storage look like right now? 30, 19, 250. Oh yeah, I could probably. Yeah, and even aside from the content, I really want to make sure that, like, because like I was hesitant to even open up channel memberships in the first place, but I did it because eventually I'd like to be able to do YouTube and stream and stuff, and do all that stuff full time. Like I would really love to be able to make this my job, entertaining everybody and making lore content and streaming and playing games for you guys and chatting. And in order to do that, I need like steady revenue. So my thought was that was the whole reason I did it. But I also don't want to make it like exorbitantly expensive. Like I don't want to rip people off, you know. Like that's why I was hesitant to do it in the first place. That, like I don't want to feel like I'm ripping people off. And that's why when I did do it, I made one tier and it's $2, and that's good enough for me, you know. I'd much rather get money from like things like donations and ad revenue and stuff like that. I don't want to be like a subscription service. And if I do, you know, when I do have channel members, I want to make sure that they're getting the most amount possible for that little amount that I'm asking them to give, and that they're choosing to give. to support me. So, I'm just trying to sweeten the pot a bit. I guess that's the kind of the point of what I'm saying. I'm just trying to sweeten the pot, I want to make sure that everyone's getting their money's worth, and that it's worth it. I want to have a nice balance. Yeah, things are coming along nicely. They're coming right along. I'm gonna have to start upgrading my industry here soon, but before I can do any of that, I need to start I need to stock up on iron plates and stuff, especially if I start doing forging, which I'm going to, because we're dwarves and that's what we do. But ultimately, all I want to do is entertain people and have them enjoy the fascinations of Kenshi lore and nerd out and all that kind of stuff. But to be entertaining, that's all. So, oh, he's still on block button. This Kingfisher was still on block button. Oh, it's from when we were traveling. Right. So the bird there. That's annoying. Yeah. All right. Well, the farms are built. We're producing bread. I did see that they took down the cave. It's because a lot of people were sharing stories on there, but they were doing it in multiple messages, and instead of typing up one message or sharing like a document or anything like that, they were sharing stories over the course of dozens of posts, and they were throwing screenshots and stuff in there too, and you couldn't keep track of any of it. It was just a giant cluster. It was a pain. So yeah. Okay, well, I do think we're in a good spot. We've got our farm. We'll recap the events. We've got our farms going. We've got solid production of food, really, really good production of food finally. So we are self-sustaining. We just had the best haul I have ever gotten from any kind of tech run ever. 3 AI cores in one go, and I didn't even check those ancient safes. I can send the king over there at some point to check as well, because he has a lockpicking spell to actually open those, but I didn't even check those 2 ancient safes. But I mean, easily the best tech run I have ever done. 3 AI cores, 11 ancient science books, and two engineering researches. Really good. That's 100,000 cat value right there. So I think that we're in a good spot. And yeah, I do think that this is around the point where we're going to wrap up. So I do hope, I'm going to save it right now, I do hope that you guys have enjoyed. I will be streaming again very, very soon. Tomorrow night I have some stuff that I'm doing, but I'll probably be streaming again this weekend. I plan on streaming 2, 3, 4 nights a week. I mean, I really want to make this a regular thing. I had fun with it. I want to get back into it. Yeah, I definitely think that we're going to be doing this a lot more. So expect to see more of the dwarves very, very soon. This is not going to be another, long hiatus without them. We're going to get this keep up and running. We're going to siege the Shet Kingdom. We're going to start raiding some tech hunters, and we will establish a kingdom of dwarven supremacy very, very soon. But that's all I got, guys. I appreciate your time. As always, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate everyone coming and watching. Use your prowess for good instead of evil. Make a difference in someone's life. And long live the dwarves. Long live the dwarves. I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Have a good